everybody. My name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
My pussy matters. Black Lives Matter. My pussy matters.
Have fun paying for all of this.
Black Lives Matter. My pussy matters.
Have a great time, ma'am.
Black Lives Matter. My pussy matters.
You make no sense. What is wrong with you?
People don't matter, but her fucking pussy matters. Black lives don't matter. Her fucking pussy.
I have an erotic body. I can't help that everyone is just so jealous of my body. It's just naturally erotic, and like people are always like projecting at me, and like they just don't understand like what it's like to be this beautiful. So I feel just like really bad for them. And, you know, they have to be ugly, but like I can't relate.
Territory.
Is that going down?
No, but I've never seen a fast mover. Where'd it go?
Yeah, I heard one boom.
Are we in an air raid?
Yeah, we are. We had the air raid. So there's another coming.
Wait, there'll be 3. Stand by. If it was fired from a ship, we're getting hit. That's a 500-pound bomb.
Let's get the body on
That's.
and go.
It's coming from the east, southeast. So those are caliber anti-ship missiles. They're striking to the west. Striking to the west, that's 2. We should get at least one more. That wasn't a plane, it was a cruise missile.
That was a cruise missile?
Yeah. Wait for one more. They're fired in 30-second intervals. They fire them in 30-second intervals. Smoke.
There we go.
Stand by. 3, cruise missile, caliber.
Look.
Stand by. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Yeah, there
12,
it is. There's the
13,
smoke.
13.
There's the smoke.
Oh, okay, here's the intro music, the other intro music. Okay. Open up your eyes, open up your stars. Open up your mind, open up your stars. Open up, I gotta get better words for this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I gotta think about this. Music is really cool. What kind of words go with this? I don't know.
I'm so
Brittler, what did you think of that intro that was like so heavily focused on both your erotic body and your burps?
Oh, it was so funny when the burps came on. I was literally going through my tabs checking to see if it was like me having something. But I love the erotic body bit. Like that was the perfect audio to put over that. That was so creative.
Okay, that was you. I was like, is that Brittany?
Oh my god, no, that was all Frank. Shout out to Frank for that's fucking sweet ass intro.
I have to say, we may not be in an air raid, but we are in a hair raid here today.
That's
yes. Carol did her homework, I think. She became aware of the 80s theme and she went full blast with 80s hair. Look at this. I'm loving the high pony.
It's just a coincidence. I just live in the 80s all of my life. So it just sort of was like a serendipity moment.
It truly was the best decade. Yes, welcome to the show, recovering investment banker and author of The War on Small Business, Carol Roth, popping her SimpCast cherry tonight. Welcome.
Amazing.
so glad to have you here. Oh, it almost looks like behind you have tiny books, but I think those are just your regular size books that are far away.
They're regular size books that are far away.
I was like, "Ooh, is it a smaller version for people who don't like to read?"
My first book, my action figure comes with a miniature of my first book, so it is a thing.
Okay, I love it. I'm obsessed. And here to talk about work-life balance, that's Star Wars girl. Hello, Anna.
There's a balance? What?
I'm just loving the white button down is giving me HR vibes, and I love it.
Oh, it's a crop top, so I guess I'm kind of cheating. It's just really hot here today, so I'm like, I needed something that would let a breeze in.
I like it.
And
It
still looks kind of cute.
It's very whimsical. And silly. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're just I guess we're playing that intro a little too long there. Also popping her SimpCast cherry with us this evening, YouTuber and Sky News Australia breakout star, Daisy Cousens.
Hello, everyone. So nice to be here.
I love
SimpCast cherry.
Hopping it with the pinup vibes that we know and love and expect from you, Daisy. So thank you for bringing it in the looks and style department.
Yeah, it suits you.
Thank you. It is. I've always had a thing for girly clothes, and when I started doing political commentary and I realized all the people who didn't like me really hated the fact that I wore really girly clothes, I doubled down and went like even more massively girly just to annoy them. So thank you very much for noticing it.
Bimbo power. You're definitely a bimbo nationalist. Big hair nationalism, bimbo nationalism.
Imagine like looking cute is enough to piss somebody off.
Yeah.
Just dressing in a style you enjoy. Just living your life is enough to piss people off. Welcome, Daisy. Welcome. And you have a little doll behind you. What's the story on that?
That doll is, oh, hang on, this way on my camera. That is Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in miniature form, actually. It is a beautiful doll, and I have.
Do you keep dropping that? Is there like a bottom that unscrews off and like just comes out?
No. Solid bottom, but beautiful figurine. So she's present with me as an avowed Australian monarchist whenever I live stream. She's very, very comforting. I like having her there.
You're so cute. You're going to be bringing 100% of the class to this episode.
Yeah. I've got Lara Croft in my background.
Yeah,
I love Lara Croft.
And for people,
I got stormtroopers.
I love it. And for people who aren't even familiar with Melonie, they're like, "Oh, is there just like a half-naked chick creeping up behind you?" For people who don't know that's a mannequin. Yes, content creator, YouTuber. Here again, back by popular demand, but back with slightly wavier hair, Melonie Mac.
Yay! I'm happy to be back.
Did we perm our hair, or what are we doing that's different?
No, this is my natural hair texture. I just was straightening it almost every single day for a long time there, and then lately I've been like, oh, I kind of want to just wear it natural again.
I love it. You're unraveling. You're like,
thank you.
It reminds me of like Celine from Underworld.
I love that because she's one of my favorite characters ever. So that's a huge compliment. Thank you.
Now I have to look her up.
I know your Halloween costume. Just get like the black latex bodysuit all set.
Perfect.
Chrissy, you never watched Underworld?
No.
It's my favorite movie. It is my actual favorite movie, the first
Underworld. And her name's Celine.
With Kate Beckinsale? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Celine with an S. Oh my God. She's hot. She's got like these icy blue eyes. I can bring this up because this is
that's
not
my favorite
nudity.
look. Like the dark hair, blue eyes, pale skin. It's like,
gorgeous.
Look at this. Yes. Oh my God. You look like you would cut a bitch. This is good. I like this lady.
Very pretty.
I love her.
All right. Good. And back with cat ears. These are new headphones, Brittler.
Yeah, a viewer gifted it to me, Grem Paltakin. And so my friend had these. She had the Gamer E-Girl headset first. And I usually hate headsets because they're usually very heavy on my head. But I tried hers on. I was like, wait, these are really light. I like these. So then I put it on my wish list, and now I'm returning to tradition, returning to bimbo.
I really love them. They're very on brand for you.
Thank you. The microphone is useless since like I have a mic here. I wish I could like pull it out.
It does make you look like Madonna DJ vibes for sure.
Yeah, I'm at like a bimbo call center. Hey, this is Starbucks complaint center. How can I help you?
Bimbo call center. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, your leggings are too see-through. Like that's a problem. Goodbye. Does your cat look at you like, what are you doing in those cat ears? Or like, is she like, has she seen you in them yet?
I think my cats were on like the same level of autism, so I feel like it just vibes out.
I love it. I love an autistic cat. And my favorite conservative thought, my content house queen, LeeAnn Starr, representing on the bottom row, which I don't know if we've had a bottom row before.
It's like the Brady Bunch. Wait, who was in this
Yeah,
square?
I gotta like look up.
The dad? I would
Oh,
be the
right.
dad.
Alice was in the middle, wasn't she?
Yes.
I don't know.
And
I
B.
don't
Davis
know.
as Alice in the
I
middle.
don't know who's on the bottom. I can't remember. I haven't watched it.
That
in a
was
while.
Mr. Brady.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Got the girls
Here's
on
a
one side, the
story.
boys on one side, Alice smack in the middle, managing the entire insanity.
You're 100% right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
Alice
gonna
is
say
in the
she's
middle.
in the middle, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alice was really the matriarch that held the Brady Bunch together. I think she's the most underrated character on the show.
I thought she was the best character.
The housekeeper or the mom?
Personally.
I just don't understand how this guy who is an architect out of his third bedroom all of a sudden has live-in help. That's the part I'm trying to get on board with. It's like, a maid and a nanny and everything. It's pretty extravagant.
Everything was so disgustingly affordable for these boomers. Like, I don't even want to talk about boomer lifestyle. It's like they had the easy, they continue to have the big, okay, yes, they are, a lot of them are dying or have died from COVID, big deal. But it was very easy for them to get houses, get property, have kids and not worry about if they can afford them. So
yeah,
The
they were
old
here for a
American
good
dream.
time, not a long time.
yeah. I'm mad at boomers. I'm mad at them. Okay. I think I've introed everybody. Yes. Okay. I need to get to a couple of old super chats. And I actually did get a set of very funny simp messages, but they're on my Instagram and I'm debating whether or not I just want to show my whole Instagram messages.
Take a screenshot and blur it out.
You can't see you know how if you bring your Instagram up on the desktop, you can see on the left side everyone you've messaged.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not even embarrassed of this or anyone you've mentioned in a story. I don't even care if people see that. I'm like, I might just show that whole thing.
Yeah, just do it.
I'm like,
Just take a screenshot and blur it out real fast.
Oh,
that's a lot of work. I understand, Chrissy, because I do the same thing on stream. I'll be like, guys, I have these cringe messages from some guy on Tinder, and then I go the whole stream without showing it because I'm like, oh, but I don't feel like clicking each link individually and pulling it up.
Yeah, this is me calling the bimbo help center and be like, somebody help. I don't want to do 3 steps.
We'll get a man on its stat.
Please. Oh God, if only we could just acknowledge the truth of that statement. Okay, so 2 old super chats. These were from the last SimpCast premiere, I think when it replayed on Friday. From Steve Hutch Carmaxa, please sing a few bars of Oh Dara. Go on now. Oh Dara, I don't know that song. And Carmaxa's not here, so that's probably not going to be very satisfying for you to hear if you're listening. And F6 Blue, hail ladies, great panel, great chat this evening. Thank you, F6 Blue. And then, okay, those are all caught up. Okay. Oh, Oatmeal Joey! Yes! Shout out to Oatmeal Joey. He's in the chat. He's the guy that was on this week's intro and last week's intro. he's funny. Me and Frank have like taken a liking to this guy. We've been checking out his channel. I don't know. He's quirky and fun. And it was fun to like surprise him by just throwing him in the intro. So all you guys, if you ever mention SimpCast, just be warned. You might end up in an intro against your will. So, all right. I'm going to get this really quick sponsor shout out of the way, and then we can get into our bimbo topics. That's right, guys.
Hello, Chrissy.
Are you being a poor bitch?
Yeah.
But guess what? Yeah. You know that lots of people have made money from crypto, and I don't know if anybody here is interested in crypto, but it is easy for you to do the same. The Copy My Crypto membership site shows you the exact crypto that YouTuber James McMahon personally holds and allows you to copy him. You don't need to know a thing about crypto. You could be dumb, just like me.
Bimbo power.
You don't need to know a thing about investing. You just literally copy what he does. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about James. He's got a big dick. I'm just throwing that in there. It can't hurt. It can't hurt for the business. He runs the Crypto with James YouTube channel, which despite heavy censorship, has over 15,000 subscribers and 1 million views. Since March of 2020, he's told his viewers to buy 26 crypto coins. Had you put $100 into each one, it would now be worth over $66,000. Of the 26 coins, his top pick of the year, a coin called Phantom, is currently up around 440 times from when he started. That one call alone has retired a number of people, including guys and girls in their 20s and 30s. Remember, this is public knowledge. You can go to YouTube and verify this for yourself. So if this sounds good to you, and you'd like to add a little more girth to that wallet, and you can join the 1,300 members who copy James, and stop what you're doing and head over to copymycrypto.com/Mayr. That's spelled MAYR. You'll find proof of not only everything I've just said, but my listeners get full access for just $1. You won't find this offer anywhere else, but act fast because this is a New Year's offer and it will expire soon. That's copymycrypto.com/MAYR. Don't take this offer lightly. He's the real deal. Go visit the site now. Yeah. Copy my crypto, make more money so you can afford to take Brittany on a date.
That's some good motivation.
Yeah. I'm here to motivate. I think that'll be my goal, is to make ad reads as cringe as possible.
I think that's the best ad read I've ever heard, to be honest. I love it.
I'm gonna associate it all with, you may or may not get a bigger penis from using this product. I think that's the way
I was just waiting for the disclaimer when you popped out the big penis. This is not financial advice, just to be clear.
To be like, but we are giving all the advices. I feel like there's new people here, have new channels, new Instagrams, new things. Brittany, I think you have a new YouTube channel and a new Instagram. Is that correct?
I love how you remembered to mention my new channel and I totally didn't. Yeah, I have a second channel now. It's a fashion channel. I'm relaunching it. I did one before, but it was all fucked up with the AdSense and YouTube wouldn't help me. They said they couldn't help me. So I just created a new account under like the brand name. So it's called Saturday Supermodel, and it's basically going to be me and clothing and like with a funny spin on it. It's like palatable for men and women, in my opinion.
Ooh, I love that. I love palatable.
Are you going to be modeling the clothing?
Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely watching that. It's like, I'm just kidding. No, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Creep. Okay.
And then the Instagram was renamed to Saturday Supermodel because of that. Because I was posting outfits on there anyway. So it just made sense to change it from Brittany Wears.
That's awesome. Everyone, you better subscribe now or else.
That's right.
What the hell is that?
I'll show you. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like Brittany slowly, everything she owns is going to devolve into like the pink.
Is that the nailed it gun? Is that when you win Nailed It on Netflix? Oh, it is.
What is this? Is this something to shoot dollar bills out?
Yeah, it came with the dollar bills, and they have a I like how they have to write on it like super gun. Like just in case you thought this was real money, in case you were fucking retarded. But yeah, guys, this could be you if you go to copymycrypto.com.
Wow, I need to get a money gun.
Yeah, you need one of those for the ad.
I never knew I wanted one until now. God
Yeah, I
damn it.
found it on Amazon. I put it on my wish list and someone bought it. So
This
they just
wish
buy my
list. Explain to me this wish list concept.
You like go on Amazon and you make it and then you add things on it and you can set it to where you just post the link and it gets delivered to your address.
It's like having a baby shower without having the baby. This is freaking genius. You don't even have to go through getting fat and like, getting everything down there ruined. You just put stuff on your registry and people buy it for you. I love it.
Yep. They just
it's amazing.
I don't know how to make it rain.
I don't know if I have a wish list. Like I had a real complex because a couple of years ago, my sister-in-law sent me like a wish list for like it had like toys on it for the kids and stuff, and I had like a paradigm shift because I was like raised to not really ask for anything. Like someone, like my sort of gifting concept growing up was like, oh, if someone knows you well enough, or like, people give you what they want to give you. Don't ask for shit. Like if you ask for something that's seen as like too grabby and too like, I don't know, materialistic or something.
You weren't allowed to make a list for Christmas of
No,
what you wanted?
No.
I didn't either, but like I don't think it was frowned upon, but I just didn't.
It was actively frowned upon because like it was this feeling of like, oh, I'm asking for this $50 thing. It's almost like I didn't
bitch. How dare you?
I didn't want to like tell my parents like they have to spend a certain amount. It was weird. I definitely grew up with money issues for sure.
I was like that with dating. When I was dating before I met my husband, I did not like when a man actually showed up with gifts. I don't like, didn't like when somebody brought me flowers because I always felt like there was an expectation. Oh, like I've now given you something, you owe me something. I don't like to owe anybody shit. So I really, I had like the completely opposite
I'm not fucking you for these
approach.
Flowers. Just so we're clear, I'll accept them if you know that, right?
I didn't even want that. I didn't want that, like anything that was potential obligation. So that was sort of my approach. Completely opposite, obviously.
Yeah, when I was in my 20s, I would put out easily for like a large Greek salad. With anchovies, done. Like definitely hand stuff. So I've grown since then. Big time.
Bigger aspirations or like a double salad or a burger.
Yeah, I've moved on to meat. Melonie has inspired me in my meat quest. So I've been mostly on keto since March.
Nice.
Me and Filing Cabinet have both been doing it. Although I went off hard this weekend in Atlantic City. I took a real left turn into some gelato, but I'm back on it. I'm back on it as of 5 minutes ago. And I ordered Melonie some of your like meat chips.
The carnivore crisps.
They're basically chips.
Yes,
made of meat. They're meat chips.
I love them.
I really loved the brisket ones.
Yes,
they're
that's
like
the best.
Salty and like I don't know what
crispy.
Do they do to these animals? Did they flatten these? Did they run these animals over with a car and then put them in a dehydrator? Because
I guess so. I've tried to replicate that because I have a dehydrator and I'm like, oh, let me just like get the really thinly sliced meats. I still can't get that perfect chip crispiness that they do. I don't know how they do it. It's magic.
And this is not to like help Melonie sell carnivore crisps with promo code
Mac or anything like that.
Not. They are like actually they are expensive. You're right, Miyako.
They are pricey, yeah.
But like it's good. If you're feeling like treat yourself, then do it.
Now I just want to order pizza. I've been putting off going to the grocery store all day because I'm like, I don't want to go and be around people.
I will not go. I'll just wait and wait.
A couple years ago who was on keto, and I would see him like he had pizza, but he would like eat the face off of the pizza, like he ate cheese, and
I've done that before.
The most like disgusting thing I've ever seen someone do.
But I usually like scrape it off.
But like,
I have not. That would be. That's an interesting
was like,
interesting way to do it. But yeah, that can work. That's still keto.
Ate the face right off it. And I've seen people eat ass, and this was worse. I was like,
It's like when people they try to eat sushi, but they're afraid of the carbs and the rice, so they just eat like the raw fish off the top. And I'm like, why? If you're going to do that, why don't you just order sashimi? Or how about just don't do that, because it's weird and the rice is the best part of it.
That's
Okay,
like
guys.
psychotic. That's on par with people who go through the drive-through and they're like, "Can I have an ice cream on a cone?" And then they go and grab the ice cream, buy the ice cream, and not the cone.
Oh my god.
What kind of people do you guys know? Jesus Christ. Who are you hanging out with here?
The ones that circulate on
Psychopaths.
the internet.
Yeah.
Bunch of psychopaths.
So I think due to the fact that I occasionally will interview an adult film star or occasionally, just be friends with one, some people have gotten the idea that I do porn. And this Instagram message best summarizes this confusion. And also, who knows, maybe this is a new opportunity for me. So I did not have the time nor the resources to blur names. Sorry, this is life.
No, well, he doesn't even have a picture, so
this
Yeah.
is a non-person.
If you guys have a complaint, I will gladly take your complaint at the Gamer Girl call center.
Okay.
You file it there. About her not blurring the name.
This is Luigi. So this
he
is
has a
obviously
dolphin.
This is a real. I think that's a shark. That's a shark, LeeAnn. Same
Oh,
shit.
it's a show. Well, it's so much better.
As you can tell,
authentic Italian.
this is a genuine Italian. His name is Luigi. He has one post. So that's how you know.
Totally legit.
Does he have a brother named Mario?
That's going to be my follow-up question.
Oh, I hope so.
We have to verify the authenticity here.
Okay, so it all began on Tuesday, this hot opportunity at around 6:30. He said, "Hey, would you like to shoot a porn video with me in Italy?"
Oh,
Oh, is he going to pay for you to get there?
And I was like, "You had me at Italy."
You should have responded with "Mamma Mia."
Yeah. Oy vey. No, that's Jewish. Never mind.
do you like the spaghetti? Yes, I like the spaghetti. Do you want to shoot a porn video with me in Italy?
This is how you jerk me off with your hands, like doing Italian hands. Hey, you make a sauce. So I decided to keep Luigi, just holding his breath till almost 1 a.m. And then I decided to respond, "Where in Italy?" Because this could be any. I mean, there are bad parts of Italy. They're not all. They're not all fancy.
The streets of Italy. You want to be safe.
Right.
He 2 hours later, and this is the wee hour of 3 a.m. on Wednesday, writes back, "Milano, Naples, or Rome." So I have a choice.
I mean, if you're gonna do Milano, go for the Four Seasons there. It's phenomenal. So that would make it worth it. Rome, maybe not so much.
Okay.
Just saying.
So I was like,
Yeah.
wow, I have a choice. All right, so
Yeah,
shoot, I got to move on to the next one.
That's such a weird concept. He's like, "Where would you like to be plowed? Which part of the country?"
Pick a place.
And then I said,
I'm mobile.
okay, so I said, "I get to pick." This is the next one. He said, "Yes."
Yes.
So what are
2
you
hours.
going to do? I need an answer in the next 2 hours. Thanks. Hand emoji. Like jazz hand emoji.
I wonder why 2 hours.
Yeah, I wondered too. Why the sudden
because
deadline?
Milano, Naples, and Rome get booked up this time of year, obviously.
Italy waits for
At a
no
location.
one. Italy waits for no one. 2 hours. As you can see, I very much missed this deadline. I blew past it. I was like, "Oh shit!" Life happens. Sometimes you miss an important deadline. And I said, "Guess I missed the deadline." That's what I do when I can't fall asleep in the wee hours. I respond to fucking weird Instagram messages.
Hilarious.
There is still a girl missing.
Missing how?
It's not too late.
Yeah, you still have time if you want.
She's missing.
There's a girl
Scary or anything. Like totally used there.
If this is not
girl missing, okay.
The most cautionary of cautionary tales.
I like how there's urgency. Like it's a call now. 1-800-GET-PLOWED.
877-PLOW.
Limited time offer.
Anybody who doesn't believe in sex trafficking, well, I'm here to prove you wrong because there's a girl. There's still a girl missing.
Oh no.
Like, I don't know if she's from the last batch or this current batch that he's getting ready. You still have time if you want.
Did you ask where she picked, which location she chose?
No.
Avoid that one.
It did not occur to me to ask, where this girl went missing. That's
which one was she going to? Okay, let's rule that one out.
Yeah. And I haven't, me and this person are still communicating. So this might have to be a through line. This might have to be like every week we check in with this person. Okay, so it's missing. Obviously, the payment will be less than before. Which you had I gotta do it to the shoot. Okay. I can't.
But he was going to pay you though. That's the point. You were actually going to get paid for this.
Yes, because I'm a porn star now.
This isn't an amateur we're talking about. This is a pro.
If I was him, I would be suspicious because you didn't ask me for a picture. Like, you don't even know what he looks like. He wouldn't be like, don't you want to know what I look like?
Yeah.
Like, he could be some fat, hairy.
Maybe he's not booking it for him. Maybe he's booking it. Oh, no, he did say for him.
He's just an agent.
Watch, he's actually hot. Like, he looks like Jason Momoa, but Italian.
Yeah, he did say a porn video with me in Italy. You know what I have learned from my friends who are like adult film stars? They will say like sometimes the most famous or like elite dudes will not have a profile picture because they don't want to be found out. So that sometimes the most sus looking guy is actually like, Kobe Bryant or something. Why is that the first name that popped into my head?
Because that BBC.
He is dead, I think. Okay.
He is.
He did.
So that would be even more impressive. Okay. Here, where did I leave off? Obviously, the payment will be less than before, which you had a leading role. So he's letting me know.
You missed out on that.
You're late.
I've been demoted in this porn.
Yeah.
Time is money in porn,
He really wants me to feel like every piece of this demotion here.
I wonder if anyone in chat is having some FOMO right now listening to this. They're like, God, I wish that were me. But here's the female experience. There you go.
Okay, and then I said, how much do I get paid and for how many scenes? I'm like, really?
Is that how it works? It's like paid by the scene?
I don't know.
The metric?
I don't know.
I'm trying to learn the business model here.
This is called learning the ropes, Carol. Okay. And then he wrote, that's in total 3 days of sets. So 3 drops. What is a drop?
I don't know.
Anybody know what a drop
is?
Imagine. Is a drop like a load?
That's weird because I was like, he said leading role, and I just immediately thought like of a human centipede porn, and I was like, that would be terrible if you lost the lead. That would be. I feel like that probably exists. Seriously.
I have 3 days. I guess I'm doing a set of sex, so 3 sets of sex. So 3 drops mean loads, and that's a total of $5,800. And I don't know what it's going to cost to get there. I don't know if transportation is paid for. I have so many questions for this guy. But you can choose to shoot even more scenes, even in more countries.
Damn, he's just gonna take you everywhere,
such as the glamorous United States.
Even more countries, such as Holland, United States, Belgium. Does he know that I am currently in the United States?
So what point does he get to like asking for your social security number and like your PIN number?
Then I did not respond.
His tatting is Italy.
I have to respond to this guy more because this is like getting really funny. Then he just responded to a story of me working out.
my God.
He's like, this will get me in. Let's see. And then was that the final thing?
I just
I
got
hope he's not like really an agent because he didn't even ask you if you were like tested or if you're gonna go.
No,
like nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, true.
He
And
doesn't
then
come do it. No clue. Like, okay.
And then now a regular check-in, like we're friends. Hey, how are you? Question mark.
I was.
I don't know how to
say-
respond to this.
He probably thought you were serious, and I was gonna bug you all the time.
I want
I
to know
am
if they
serious.
found the missing girl.
Yeah.
This is like a Lifetime movie now. I want to know what's happened to her.
I'd love to know, as someone who books people for gigs sometimes here and there, I'd love to know what transportation, hotel accommodations, and meal plans are included in this. If any of it's included or if it's additional. I think that's the next logical step.
I'm gonna write to him right now. Like, so.
And is he taking an agency fee, or is this, is this gross or net? We need
Ask
to know.
for pics of the purse or the people that you would be sleeping with.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
I'm
a good
gonna-
question.
I'm asking, are meals and transportation included?
And ask
Wait, you have to know
pics of
what
the
level
people
of
that you're
accommodation. Is it first class travel, or is it like, are you in like the cargo holds? Like, these are important details for both.
Dude, if I
Okay,
don't
what-
pay for transportation, that would be a hell no. You'd spend all
Yeah.
your money just on that.
I'm spending all my load money on just getting there.
Yeah, fuck that.
Your drop money.
My drop, my drop money, all my drops.
Drop is
And
a
they
type
have
of
to
drug, by
find
the
you
way.
on a good airline. They couldn't cheap out with the airline either. You need your transport paid for a good airline and at least economy plus class.
No,
That would
no,
be
girl, business class or first. Come on. She's going to Italy here for a porn
That's a
shoot.
long flight.
Economy plus. No,
That'd be
you're
so
not allowed to
great if-
negotiate anything.
If this get turned around and it's like a reverse scam, like, oh yeah, I'm down. Just send me a down payment of $1,000.
I can't book this flight to Italy without like just send me part of. I'm gonna make it back. Clearly, I'm making $5,800, so just send me some of that now so I can book my flight. This is a great idea. I'm gonna scam this dude. Okay, so I'm gonna write back. I'm good. I'm good because he asked how I was. Are meals and transportation included? What level of accommodations am I getting? What else should I ask for? Pictures
And pics of the people that you're going to be doing the deed with.
Working
Performing
with professional.
Yeah, you didn't
You're
even say if it
good.
was dudes, girls, donkeys.
Pics
It could be
and
anything.
bios. You want to know what kind of work they've done before.
Okay.
And,
Okay,
and,
good.
and what happened to the missing girl?
Yeah.
Right. Did
This
you
is
ever
becoming a
find
long
her?
message.
Did you find the girl? Is she still missing?
Yeah, if she's still missing, then I bet. If she's still missing, then you better be putting me on first class because it might be the last flight I'll ever take. I want it to be memorable. Okay, so I've sent that message. I hope he responds, but I haven't responded to him since Thursday, so we've all had a
He'll
weekend.
respond.
He better. Have you guys gotten any creepy messages lately, or you're just over there classing it up with no creeps?
Oh wait, I did get a weird one on Instagram. I forgot because it was so weird. He said like if I would have sex with him, he would give me Jordan Peterson's number, and I was just like, I don't. Why?
LeeAnn, you have to do it.
weird.
This is a win. This is. How would you? This is an
I don't know,
absolute. The
I don't
answer
know.
is yes.
Why would
The
you even
answer is
say
yes.
that?
Refer him to me. I want Jordan Peterson's number.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sure
Chrissy,
this dude.
you could just
For
get
one,
his
I don't know
number
why
from
he thought I
Ethan.
would want it. I don't ever talk about him or anything. Like, I don't. It was so random. I was like, why would I want that? I have no clue. It's so weird.
You could text.
I never
him.
said anything to him though, because I was just like, you're weird. But
See, that's how you get them on set, not with drop. With Jordan Peterson's number. By the way, drop is a drug. Hickson just told me they offer it to girls on set apparently.
Oh, what?
What?
How dare he? Wait a second. Where did he mention this drop? Let me go back. Let me see. Oh, so 3 drops for a total of 5,800.
So is he charging you for the drop?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Yeah. That's,
Now he's
seems like a
reversed
lot
the
of work
reverse
for that,
scam.
What does the drug do to the girls that they what is it like loosen them up or something?
Is it like a popper? I know poppers expand your butthole. My gay friends have told me that.
Oh my god.
And it makes your butthole like
Wait, they have to
yawn.
take drugs to fuck each other? As if having butt sex wasn't bad enough. You have to drug yourself to do it?
I think it
I
just
don't
helps.
know. Someone said that a lot of the dudes, even when they're young, they take a lot of Viagra. Like they have to because they like
Because it goes.
whatever.
for
I
so
don't know
long.
if that how true that is. I just heard a few people say that before, but I don't know what's going on with that. But that would suck if you had to keep taking that. Your dick would be ruined for life. You just have to take Viagra all the time.
You learn
Steve-
something new every day.
Yeah.
Robert
I don't
says,
know.
"Hi, Anna."
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Let's see if we got some good messages here from Me Poo. You're
That's
on your
Russell
bed.
Hall.
Oh, Russell, you snuck by us again. You're on your bed, drunk, and the room is spinning, and you're prairie dogging. What is that? And there's no toilet.
Oh, I know
There's
what that is.
no-
Prairie dogging. So
Wow.
you gotta go poop, and it's like
It's coming in and out.
Yeah.
You didn't know that one?
I didn't know that
No, I
either.
didn't.
They also call that touching cotton. I've heard that as well.
Melanie, where are you from that they say these things?
America.
America.
I have not heard touching cotton.
Well, I don't know. My mom's family's from Arkansas, so I hear it all.
Touching cotton sounds like something Joe Biden would say. Or Hunter.
Someone
So
said turtle heading in chat.
That I've heard. Yeah. Okay. So there's no toilet paper. There's no paper towels. What do you do? And you're on your bed and you're drunk and the room is spinning. I would do my best to get to the bathroom. And once you're at the bathroom, there's a sink there. You could use a hand towel. I don't know. There's no toilet paper, no paper towels. This would never happen because
Yeah, it would if you're Amber Heard.
Yeah, I
is that what happened? Oh
Yeah.
my
What if
god.
you did it on purpose? Come on.
Oh, right. She was down the bed. Oh, gross.
See, this
Have
is
you-
why you invest in a bidet / washlet. Just for
washlet?
situations like this. Yes, it's highly, highly recommended. Best thing in my house.
Is it really called a washlet?
Yeah, so the washlet is so you don't have to like replace the whole toilet. It actually installs like right onto the seat and it's great. It's got heat, it's got different settings. You can set it for different people to recognize. It's amazing and life-changing, a worthwhile investment.
Is there a
Let's get you
setting like to-
sponsored.
Yeah.
The
Washlet.
Toto washlet. Highly recommend.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is there a setting that like the water shoots up really hard and it
Yes,
vibrates?
there's a vibration setting, there's a front and a back setting. It's got you covered. Yeah.
Ooh, get
It's
to
like
the
a
back hole.
Tesla bidet. You said it recognizes people. Like you can have like your own
Yeah,
settings.
you can have your own
but-
settings.
Hello,
in case there's
Carol.
multiple people using it and you want to have that personalized setting. It's phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There was a bidet in the content house in one of the bathrooms, and it just shot straight up to the ceiling. I don't know if that is what it should do, but
You
I don't
didn't
know.
use it?
Probably not.
no wonder Marshall and Lindsay were in such a good mood all weekend. Okay, so this is obviously a joke question. Vampire Slayer simping for Melonie. The new intro was great, made me laugh pretty good. Yeah.
Aw. Thank you, Vampire.
Frank's handiwork. Grim, Paul, Tacken, Britt, how is the sound compared to the AirPods?
Actually, a little bit better. But I can't hear
Okay.
myself as well. So if I sound like I'm fucking Helen Keller, that's why.
I can't hear myself either. That's why I sound also a little retarded. Colt Seaman. Hey, y'all. How's everyone doing this Sunday night? Have any of you seen The Northman? One of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Makes me want to howl at the moon with friends and then fight them. I have not seen it yet, but I like that people are already saying that the alt-right is like taking responsibility for it or something.
Yeah, I saw that because there are a whole lot of like really, really macho men and like obedient women with fair hair and white skin, and apparently that's got the alt-right excited. But it's being reported in the mainstream media, and they think the alt-right is like everyone to the right of Stalin. So I'm not really sure how
I think
serious
they picture the right as like Vikings. Seriously, like
I know it's a Viking movie.
Seriously. They act like they said the fitness was alt-right. I'm like, y'all are out of your fucking
Because
mind.
they're attractive and not fat.
Oh, that's true. I saw that.
Not that they must be conservative.
Of course.
There's fit
That
hot
dude
men.
on January 6th really made it hard for some of us out
Oh
here.
my God. Many of these groups thrive on myths of an imagined European past, a time before racial mixing or progressive politics. Those were the days when men were mighty warriors and women were compliant childbearers. I mean, that honestly, this sounds better to me than slogging into the city to be a fucking
right.
secretary until I die. So sorry. Wow, the macho stereotype of that history, along with, the right-wing misappropriation of Viking culture.
Oh, God. It's because of that dude on January 6th, I swear. That's like they took that and now it's everyone. Like they wear bears on their heads and shit. Like whatever he had on his head.
Well, they're so stupid because Viking women would fight along with their men.
Yeah.
So it's like just the absolute ignorance that they have.
But Vikings are cool, so whatever.
Are there any current Vikings? Like, are there? To me, I'm half Norwegian. I should know this, but like, aren't Vikings aren't they like pirates? Like, they don't really exist anymore.
There's a lot of them. There's about a group of 40 or 50. They're in Minnesota though. Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
Never.
I get it. I get it. That was a joke. It might be the kind of movie that the alt-right loves. Honestly, I was neutral about this, but now that I've read this, I really want to go see this movie.
I would like to see it.
So if anyone likes this movie, you're alt-right.
I'd rather be
Have you
alt-right
seen
than
his
alt-wrong.
other movies though?
No.
No, he did The Witch, and then I can't remember the other one that he did. It's a very particular style.
I did not like The Witch. I seen it in the theater, and literally every single person that was in there when we left was confused as hell. Like
Well,
there
so
was this dude asking his girlfriend, he's like, I don't even know what just happened like the past 2 hours. I was like, me either. Like it wasn't a horror movie. I mean, it was okay, but I was just expecting it.
Yeah, well, he takes the mythology
movie.
of the witch, about what witches are and how they're related to the devil and killing babies so they can fly. So with this, I guess he's going to delve into, Viking mythology, but I don't know.
It's probably cool as hell, so they have to hate on it. It's alt-right. So stupid.
They ruin anything fun. It's like that.
I know all the time. I'm like, shut up, God.
So you're gonna ruin. You're ruining this movie for us now. You're ruining this director for us now. This actor. Okay, great. Just admit the fact that you hate fun, and you hate. Nice things. You don't want anyone else to have fun on nice things either.
Well, like, what's the depth that everything has read into it? Like, it's just a fun movie with lots of killing and half-dressed men running around. Like, what's the
they're
problem?
mad because the director has never hired anyone but white people because he's literally doing a very specific.
Yeah, exactly. The movie is white people. Like, what the? Like, okay. So ridiculous. I don't
He's
know.
historically accurate.
There's always
so he's
something
bad.
that they're reading in. It's it's a lot.
Guys, we
There
have
were
fan
some
art.
motherfuckers, yo. Like for real. Like, shut up.
Check out this fan art from Robbie Hart 21. I have questions about this. Why? Who is this, and why are they a little bald on the top?
This is the Bridesmaid movie cast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
This person is bald a little. What's happening here?
Oh, I think that's just I don't know
edit
what happened to that edit. They didn't do her any favors.
Whose face
there.
is that?
Yeah, who is I don't
this?
know.
I think this is shit. I think this one is Brittany with the white dress. I think this is Anna, but I also think this
That
is
one's
Anna.
me. I'm the one at the very end leaning.
This one.
Yeah, they use that face of me for everything.
Who is this and who is this?
No, I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know who's that. This is a long one.
Who are these unclaimed faces? This looks a little bit like
redhead with the fringe is you, Chrissy.
Ellie Kemper.
Yeah.
She was we interned together at Conan back in 2005.
Was she nice?
She was, I was confused as to why she was an intern because she was like 26 at the time, and we were all like seniors in college. So it was
because I'm like obsessed with the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I have seen that series literally 5 times, and I watch it whenever I'm in a bad mood. So the fact I'm a little bit like residually starstruck right now that you interned with her. Oh my god!
I mean,
that's so cool.
it's not even that. I mean, getting coffee beside somebody, that was like the extent of like, interning together. It's so not glamorous. But then what's interesting is she met her husband on this internship, Michael Coleman, and they're still together. They're married. So
oh, that's so
I was
nice.
like, aw. I did not meet anybody at that internship. I was very much with adult braces and I had very short blonde hair. Okay, left to right.
Don't you remember Ellie Kemper got into trouble with the woke
Yes.
a little while ago because she competed in a beauty pageant in like 1999 or so, like literally last century, I think it was, that had like vaguely Southern themes, and that made her a white supremacist. Didn't you remember that?
Yes. I always
It's
notice
so
when someone has
unfair.
white supremacy news spread about them.
Oh my
I always think
god.
it's fun. Let's see. Oh God. Wow. Yeah, let me see. Heiress to a whites only pageant. Doesn't that sound like fun? Okay. Let's a whites only pageant. You mean just a trip to Home Goods? Okay, so let's see. Heiress to what the hell? Oh no, this is like a non-article. What the fuck?
I hate that. It's like browsing Zara's fucking website. It's like, why are these pictures so big? Where's the clothes?
I'm upset. All right. Okay. I'm going to talk. I talked about this. I did actually a video about this, but I want to get your guys' take on it because we have like a good mix of like gals right now. So, okay. How can I recap this without being boring? So last Monday I have a show on Mondays called The Wet Spot. It's on Compound Media. I have comedians, sometimes adult film stars, sometimes just like friends, whoever's fun, whoever's around. And like sometimes we answer questions from the callers about their sex life or whatever. We give like fun, cheeky advice. We're joking around. It's usually fun, or we're talking about like relationship news or like sex news or whatever. It's like clearly not like a serious program. So on Monday I had a bunch of guests on, like some comedians, and also like Sarah J, who's I guess has 1 million followers on Twitter. Is this big, porn star. Her publicist had asked me, oh, can she come on? And I just was like, okay, sure. So while she was on, and also, by the way, there's like a lot of drama going on in Compound Media right now. Like one of the comedians is like left the network, and this was all like he finally left. Like last week was his last week of show, so it was like all this drama and what's gonna happen? And so that was Aaron who's leaving. So his comedy partner Gino is the one that he does a show with. I'm making a lot of unnecessary hand gestures. So Gino was like very fired up, and so he called into my show to kind of like punk out or make laugh or make cringe this other comedian who he wasn't a booked guest, he just blew in from town, Kevin Brennan. So to make a long story short, Gino called into my show and like may have said the N-word like 1 or 10 times, whatever. He wasn't saying it like to anyone. Sorry, Spike. He wasn't going like, Sarah, you're you know what I mean? Like not directed to her in the slightest, but he's just like, he's saying all sorts of fun slurs. He's having a blast. He's clearly trying to make, I think, Kevin Brennan cringe. And maybe that wasn't clear to Sarah, but to make a long story short, like Sarah walked off the show, just walked off, never came back. I never spoke to her again. I actually reached out to her publicist to be like, oh my God, I'm sorry she left and had a bad time, and then I did a recap video about it. And I see in the comments, people are like, how dare Chrissy let that call go on as long as she did? She should have hung up immediately. What's wrong with her? Oh, she's a racist because she let this guy go on. And that, like, I don't know what you guys think, because like for me, like my tolerance for bad words is like enormous. Like I don't get triggered. I'm not like sensitive. I don't have like delicate sensitivities. Like you could say whatever. And plus I'm friends with comedians, so I don't really get like, you know, scared by words. So I know that like my tolerance is a little bit bigger, but I don't know. At the same time, like I honestly don't give a fuck, because like she wasn't somebody I wanted to book. I felt like I was just like doing someone, a friend, a solid, and I didn't like run after her. I wasn't like, no, go, because it's like at the same time, like if you're gonna go on a show, you should watch a few episodes and be like, okay, what is within the realm of possibility. Like it wasn't a typical episode. Like we don't normally, like Gino doesn't normally call in and like say racial slurs, but it's not out of the question. I don't know. My point is, I just want you all to tell me that I wasn't wrong. That's the point of this segment.
I think it's your show. You run it how you want it. You let people on it who you want to have on it. Like, you know, what everybody else, how we would run our own shows is how we would run things. But how you do your thing, you're a lot more like you're very open and you let people be themselves on it. And not everybody that says something on your show reflects you either. That's them. So
I mean, you don't control what he says, and Gino has to deal with the consequences. He's saying it, not you. So I don't know why they're mad at you. Like,
oh, and side fact here. Sarah does a lot of porn where she literally is screaming the N-word like into a man's face. Like,
okay, well
that's
then that's
the part.
stupid.
Oh wow,
That's the part that's
like, are you serious?
Uber hypocritical. Like has no problem saying it herself.
Do you think that she came on intentionally, like wanting to find something to walk off for?
That's what I was gonna say, Anna.
Well, because if that's the situation, because I'm looking at her, she's got like black girl braids, but she's white as heck, and she got mad at you saying the N-word, but she's a porn star.
I didn't say it. Tina said it.
Well, okay, not you. Somebody on the show said the N-word, and she's getting mad about that when she literally gets plowed by black guys and she says the N-word. What it seems to me is, because she doesn't even look like she's having fun here, from the link that Frank
Are you watching
sent.
her porn? Okay.
No. From the link that Frank sent of her walking out, but it's before the N-word gets said. She probably came on your show knowing that you're controversial, and she wanted to find something to get mad about so she could walk off and make a scene so she could have that whole Twitter spat. I guarantee you.
Because I saw a video that was basically breaking down celebrity interview walkouts. It's a thing, like when celebrities walk out of interviews, and there is a strategic way to do it where it ends up in the celebrity's favor. So she was trying to pull one of those, but she executed it poorly.
However, I'll just add one thing, and it's not specific. I'm not familiar with the woman, other than the lovely things that you all have said about her so far. But I will say, you know, in this time period, it's a very uncomfortable situation, and it's something that a lot of people don't want to be associated with. So I don't know why she would be mad at you. I can understand her, removing herself from the podcast so that she can say, listen, this is just not something I want to be associated with. But then she should have reached out to you afterwards to say, listen, I understand this is kind of the way you do your thing, but it's not something that I'm comfortable with. And so I just had to separate myself in that moment, because we all know these things come back. Somebody's going to pull it. They're going to clip just a part of it. They're going to show her. And again, I'm not saying her specifically, but if it's somebody else, that could be very damaging to somebody else's career. Again, not necessarily hers. So I would just say, from a perspective standpoint, like the things are fun and everybody has their tolerance, but these things can have consequences. So for somebody, not necessarily her, I could understand, why that might be a thing.
But she's
I would
saying
agree
in her
with
porn,
you.
though.
But she
that's what I'm saying. I'm not
on-
saying her specifically. I'm just kind of giving the broader point. If if it were somebody else, that perhaps happened again, and that's why I say, let's say it were somebody like me, I might say, you know what, this isn't for me. But then I would reach out to you later, Chrissy, and just say, listen, happy to do other stuff, but like that's not something for my brand I could be
But
associated.
see, she didn't do that. She immediately went on Twitter and had
I get it.
And I see this comment here like, oh, it's racist. Do you guys think that if you say slurs that makes you a racist, or do you think it is more to do with actions and not necessarily words?
Actions, 100%. People can
Yeah.
have the dirtiest sense of humor and be the nicest people and give you the shirt off their back.
True. That's literally what Gino
Mhm.
does. He gave someone his sweatshirt at the content house.
Because people can virtue signal all day, be like, I hate racist and this, and that, but then they're just virtue signaling and there's nothing to
That's
back
true.
up their words. That happens all the time.
That's true.
And by the way, they're usually the most awful people who are the most ist about everything that doesn't go along with whatever it is that they want to have everyone go along with. So
Yeah, I always say that, like, if never ever trust someone who relentlessly goes on about how virtuous they are and how empathetic and how moral and how
Yeah,
enlightened and
they're
how
not.
anti-racist, because they
Yep.
are 100% covering for something. It's
Bingo. Exactly.
like- and then they like if they and then if a person of color goes and says stuff politically that they disagree with, they will become the most disgustingly racist individual you will ever find. They will throw all of the slurs in the most racist way possible, because all that external, I'm such a good person, I'm so moral, and I love everyone. It is literally just covering their evil core.
every time, every
Look at
single
what they
time.
did with Larry Elder. I mean, he's a black guy, and because they didn't want him to be the governor of California, it was like a white woman in a gorilla mask shooting him with a BB gun.
That was so.
It's like that's
Yeah.
racism right there.
And like, look at male feminists. They are so like.
Oh,
If you want to talk about any type of like sexism, I can't recall ever really dealing with it except for male feminists. So
100% every single time.
Oh, God. All of the like rapiest comments I have ever received on the internet, in comments like on Twitter, they all come from male feminists. And if you go on their Twitter profiles and they're like, women's rights and hashtag me too, and it's like, well, yeah, you're a boy sucking whore who capitulates to the patriarchy. And I'm like,
Seriously.
Did you say
What is
boy
going on?
sucking whore? Wait, did you say Daisy boy sucking whore?
Yeah, that kind
I'm
of
gonna use
language.
that.
Yeah, they
I'm gonna
are.
use that.
And
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
use
what
that.
is like pick a side. Are you a feminist or are you a misogynist?
Well,
Like,
it's
you can't just straddle the line. It doesn't work.
they like the women's rights that make them. They like the ones that they benefit off of, basically.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's
No,
why
they're
women's
just
rights
using
is
it to
such
meet
a-
women. They're just using it as a way to say, well, I have absolutely no other redeeming qualities, but I'm going to say I'm for your rights so that you'll sleep with me.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is the motivation. The
And so this was-
heterosexual male feminist is like they should all be on a watch list. I'm not even
I
kidding.
agree.
It's
I
so
agree.
predatory.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
predatory.
This was after, so she left and then tweeted this out. Like, so my show ended at like 8. She left kind of right away in the first 15 minutes. She tweeted this out.
Damn.
So I just walked out of my first interview. Girl, this was never going to be an interview. Like, you're one of like 45 guests. Like, get over yourself. Who gets the
Sheesh.
honors at Chrissie Mayr by allowing racist rant to continue on her show? She's a part of the problem. This isn't even grammatically correct. I can't be a part of that.
But I
This
could
is
say it
just
in
so
their
disgusting.
face on porn.
Right. It's only the N word is only okay to say if you're getting plowed.
At least Gina wasn't saying it to anyone like that.
Right.
Like she's like,
All right,
"What?
Chrissy,
This-"
let's change the topic before we all get in trouble.
Are you afraid? Are you worried? Are you afraid of this, Carol? Are you afraid of getting
Walked-
plowed?
Let's all walk out and at her. Just walked off of SimpCast.
Yes, yes, please do that. Like, I've never walked off of an internet show before, but I dramatically clicked the X. And
That's it. So do you
Hi.
happen to know Gino personally, or
yes, we're friends.
Okay.
And he's not racist. I know that he likes to. He's a free speech guy, and I think he goes out of his way to say these words more than the average person. I think the average person like doesn't say them, but he says them just to. I truly believe he's not racist, and he wants people to look at the power that words have and the power that they are giving certain words. And And if a word has the power to trigger you to the point where you are walking off a show that you asked to be on so that you could promote yourself and your projects, well, then to me, that sounds like it has too much power. Or, you're literally just doing it for attention to virtue signal.
She knew exactly what she was getting into being on your show. That's just manufactured drama for clout on her part. That's what it looks like to me.
It's corny as hell.
Tell her to file complaint with the e-girl call center.
I would, but I'm blocked.
And that's free speech. You can't control what anyone says. So what did she want you to do?
What did she have a call to action? I don't think she did. I don't think she had a request.
She better take a call to action on her porn. Someone better start a petition then about her porn, calling people the N-word and shit.
Well, I think because we've tried to. I think I don't know. I think it is virtue signaling because we've asked like one or two. Well, we're always booking guests, and a couple of them have said no to coming on Wet Spot, and I think it's because of this. And it's like, I mean, I wish I could care less, but I can't. So you know what I mean? Like I know there's so many
people run to Twitter like right away. Like you just had to do it like right then and there. You were so devastated. Oh my god! So you ran to Twitter. Like fuck off, dude. So stupid.
And it's like I don't know. Maybe I should be more.
I just
worried.
walked off my first interview. Oh, good for you. No one cares. Like what? That's so lame. Like it just cringy on her part. It's really
and cringy. It is and like and of course like the compound fans right away like they clip her like yelling the N-word like during her porn and then like putting it's all over Twitter.
Like,
and then I'm watching that
shit.
And that shit makes me cringe. Like first of all, like you know what I mean, like how she looks generally, but just like listening to her say that, I was like, oh, I'm like, isn't she embarrassed to be saying this? I'm like, she's judging Gino, but this is what she does.
It's always those ones. It's always them. It's always those ones.
It always is.
The pearl clutchers. Oh my god.
I wonder if this was a planned walk off too, because this was big news. I mean, this was big news a few weeks ago.
Oh, I've seen this.
I mean,
Ken Jeong walked off The Masked Singer, and I think Ken Jeong is a producer on this show. So, like, wouldn't he know? Wouldn't he have known that Rudy Giuliani was one of the Masked Singers?
Man, Rudy Giuliani saved New York.
I mean, imagine it was flipped. Imagine it was like Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders that was in the costume and somebody walked off. Everybody would be like, "What is wrong with you? Like, what? What is your problem? Like, you cannot separate art from artists. Like, this is supposed to be a goofy show. He's wearing,
separate
a costume. It's insanity. But if the roles were reversed, it would be, a completely different reaction.
That's the problem. They don't ever separate anything anymore. They shove it in your face at every moment.
That's the whole thing about that ideology, though, is the whole sort of the personal is political, which sort of popped up in 70s feminism, I think it was. So like every single facet of your life has to have something to do with politics. Like it runs through everywhere. And, if you're coming out of a university or something and doing your sort of critical theory, then, you can look at life that way, but you're going to be a terribly unhappy person. You're not going to have any fun. You're not going to be able to enjoy any kind of, art or theater because someone in it will be problematic and you're going to really irritate everyone and therefore not have any friends. So ultimately, it's a bad idea to look at the world like that.
It's just a miserable
gender reveal. Oh, God. I did not mean to show this cringy gender reveal.
Who is that?
That's
cute. No, I'd walk off of that.
By the way, look how sad this is.
I can't stand for.
This guy. This guy's sitting here. He's got 2 girls already. This is the moment before he got the biggest disappointment of his life. He's got 2 girls.
Wait, is that video?
3 girls. Look at him. He's about to find out he's having a 3rd girl.
My dad had 3 girls.
Look at his face. He's like, fuck.
Giving him death threats and shit.
No.
This is so corny.
Oh, he's so pissed.
Like, damn.
Instant reaction too. It's so funny.
He's so pissed. That was actually great. I'm actually glad that came up.
Honestly, that's what she gets for doing something that corny. That's so like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Like, what did you expect him to do? Like, I would be just as like much of a. I would have just as much of a reaction if he was like jumping up and down when he found out he had a girl. That would like be equally as weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, damn, he just wanted a son, you know, to
Yeah, I
teach
feel like
manly
that's normal.
things. That's so wrong now, though. Like, oh, you can't have a preference for anything.
He just went from man to zone defense, and now he's got an all-girls league. That's tough. It's tough.
Wow, this is
Like, they act like he was going to tell her to get an abortion or something. Like,
Oh
he
my
was just
God.
disappointed for a minute.
I will say in that
God.
same token, though, he did have a part. Literally, the gender is determined by the sperm. For people who didn't know that, so
Right.
literally, he had a part in making
It is.
this.
It's
He
his
determined the
fault.
kids-
It's his
yeah.
fault.
So do keep that in mind, though. Like,
Wow. This is to blame. Wow. This was going back to the Masked Singer thing. Ken felt disrespected and was livid to see Rudy was under the mask, which is why he walked off. There's no way he could hide his feelings. This is such a stunt. Like, the more I look at this,
It is.
I don't even understand. Like, did him and Rudy did they go out? Like, what do you mean he was disrespected by him? Like, that's so
He saw his
weird.
ex.
It's so weird. I don't understand.
yeah, did they have sex? Like, what would warrant this
What's
level?
the disrespect? They brought
Yeah,
out
exactly.
my ex Rudy. I mean, what is he disrespected about? Did they work on a project? Did Rudy stiff him? Like, what?
Yeah.
Literally or figuratively? Like, what is this? I don't understand.
Yeah, you
Ken
can't
has
even
been
be seen talking to Trump, or you're just a terrible person and they don't want you around at all.
This is
So-
because of how the previous administration handled COVID. That's why he walked off the Masked Singer. Oh, I'm sorry. What you do is so serious and respected. You literally judge people in costumes. Rudy's dressed like a Jack in the Box. Okay, like you're all now officially at the same level. Don't act like you're better than Rudy Giuliani. You're both here.
Also,
They
Rudy
literally humiliated
actually
the guy.
Rudy
put him
wasn't
in a
actually part of the last administration. That's what's weird about it. Rudy was just Donald Trump's lawyer when they were doing the election fraud process stuff. He didn't like make the COVID rules. So come on,
They put him in a mascot outfit and made him sing on TV. Like, what could be more humiliating than that?
Why
You're
would
gonna
he
be
do
like,
that? I don't
I
understand why he
totally
did that.
humiliated this guy. Amazing, but he's like thinking this is some like honorable endeavor that he's dressed up like a chicken in a Jack in the
Yeah, I
Box
know.
and singing badly. I can't believe that they chose him to do this prestigious honor.
Probably for the walk off again. He had to plan that walk off, so you know,
Yeah.
dramatic. They set Rudy up.
So Robin Thicke also left the stage, but not in protest of Giuliani, but because he's such good friends with Ken Jeong, and we didn't see that on the broadcast.
Because he saw a hot babe backstage and he wanted to make his exit.
This is Robin Thicke, who danced with literally nude women for Blurred Lines, the music video.
Yeah,
But
how
yeah,
they think they have the moral high ground. Meanwhile, you're
self-righteous. I mean,
This is like some really cheap PR stunt because they couldn't afford like Donald Trump or something. So like, what Republican can we find who's dirt cheap right now? We can get on the show.
I just don't know why he did it. Like, why would he go on there? I don't like to troll, or like, does he need the money?
Rudy?
I don't know.
Rudy?
He's having a good time.
wanted to be fun.
Having a good time.
Maybe he wanted to be fun. He'd be like, I get to be in a costume and I get to be on a stage. He probably just thought, I'm stressed, I'm bored, the money, it'd be great. I want to have fun.
I wonder
I
what
want to
he
walk
paid.
off something. What can I walk off of? We need to brainstorm something that I can make. I'm feeling left out of making a big deal out of nothing. So what's something totally innocuous that I can make a big deal out of?
Who is this?
Their face. What is this show?
I'd be so claustrophobic.
Oh my goodness! Former Associate Attorney General, former Mayor of New York City. Is that Robert Duvall?
No.
Rudy Giuliani!
Oh my
Robert
It looks like they just revealed Hitler. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow!
Why would they do the side by side?
Oh
Like
my
his looks haven't changed at all.
No, he looks great.
This is for the fucking retarded people watching at home who don't know who this guy is. Let's show him a picture, not in a Jack in the Box costume, but in a suit. Maybe this will jog your memory.
I don't know who he is, so.
Oh, he's just like an attorney for Trump, and he was the mayor of New York for like
Never heard or seen him before.
90s or
It's
aughts.
Robert
All right.
Duvall. Obviously.
I just think it's so dumb to do this side by side. Like this doesn't. If you don't know who he is, this isn't gonna help. Seeing him in a suit and tie.
He made New York like safe again.
It just goes to show he was respectable at one point in time. That's what they're
Yeah,
trying to
look-
portray.
oh,
Like
he
he's
had
not
a job.
always in a weird chicken suit.
Yeah. Oh my god! These fucking idiots in the crowd don't know who he is.
No idea.
They're like,
No idea.
like fake shock.
I'm like, oh, it's an old white guy.
Wow, this is definitely something I never would have guessed.
Kim Jong, he's got his fucking harumph pose ready to go. The hands
Wait,
on
is he
the
about
head.
to walk out?
He's about to walk
Would
out.
have guessed. Well, Mr. Giuliani, with all of the controversy that's surrounding you right now, I think it
Controversy?
surprises us all that you're here on The Masked Singer. Why?
Me too.
Man, what made you decide to do this?
These people are all clowns.
Well, I guess the main reason is I just had a granddaughter, Grace, and I want her to know that you should try everything, even things that are completely unlike you and unlikely. And I couldn't think of anything more unlike me and unlikely than this. And I enjoy the show. I have for years. And it just seemed like it would be fun. I don't get to have a lot of fun.
So who walks out?
Like, this will be
And
fun.
they think he's controversial. Like that's controversial to them.
Also, talk about the fact that like Nick Cannon hasn't been without some like pretty huge controversy as well, but Ken has no problem working with him every week. So obviously it's selective outrage.
Wait, so who walked out of that?
Ken Jong, the Asian one.
Who seems like super
Mr.
fun.
Chow?
The guy
Yeah,
that's
the
so
naked
fun,
guy from
right?
The Hangover. That's literally all I see him as.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Ken
dude, you
Jeong,
showed
like-
your dick on a movie. Shut up.
Ken Jeong
That's
is
true.
really funny. Like he, like we all saw him in The Hangover, and he was also on that show Community for years and years, which is absolutely hilarious. But he is such a self-righteous, virtue signaling, anti-Trump.
Yeah.
Like I used to follow him on Twitter because I liked him as an actor, but I rarely unfollow people because I can't stand their posts. But I unfollowed him because I got so sick of the virtue signaling. So the
Yeah.
fact he's walking off because poor little Rudy Giuliani pops up in a chicken suit, said, "Look, I just wanted to have fun, and I really get to have fun." Doesn't
Yeah, and they're
surprise
like running off, hyperventilating. Like they're so lame. Like it's just so over the top.
to be in the same room as him.
Like they're just ridiculous. They make everything about something, and like no one can have fun anymore. It's not allowed. It's
No,
prohibited.
No fun for anyone.
Especially if you're alt-right, then you deserve to burn in hell.
Yeah, and to jog your guys' memory, it is funny that like, especially somebody who's a comedian or has done like comedic acting would again be like, "Oh, moral high ground! Like, how dare we have Rudy Giuliani on this show?" This is the same guy who, in The Hangover, like jumped out of a car naked, wielding a crowbar at Zach Galifianakis. This was his
Amazing.
breakout. This was his big moment. This was his biggest role.
I mean, I
jumping
gave
out
him
of a
props
trunk
because it's
naked.
so small, but he still showed it. He gave no fucks. He's like, yeah, it's small, but I'm still gonna show it. Now
Yeah.
he's like such a little bitch. Like, dude, you let everyone see your small dick, and now you're gonna
Well,
act.
maybe
all
that's
like-
it. He's
Exactly.
just like he's he has to live with his small dick every day. He's just getting bitter and bitter.
I just feel like you can be a fragile person if you can't be in a I know it's not the most professional environment, but still like professional setting and environment with somebody that you just disagree with for what, especially on politics. It's like you can't even be in the
They
same
act
room.
like they personally wronged them. Like
I
I would have
know.
if that person like fucked your wife and like
Right.
burned down your house. Kitty.
Oh yes.
Aw.
One of my-
Oh, cat cam.
That is this Rafita. He's looking up at the top of that bookshelf and thinking, I'm going to try to jump up there.
Is he mad at you?
Thing. No,
He's
you're
walking
not
out on the podcast.
Oh, there he is.
We had our first.
Yeah, he's walking out.
He's walking
Yeah.
out.
He's headed to Twitter now.
Is that a Maine Coon?
Yeah, heading straight to Twitter.
He's just gonna.
Brittany, I will not tolerate slurs on this show. Okay, you get one more.
I said Maine Coon. Is that a Maine Coon?
I'm turned
cat?
over at Booties. Not allowed. I'm
He is
muting
a
you.
Siberian cat. He looks
Knitter
a bit like
cat?
a Maine Coon.
He knits.
He's been discriminated against actually by the International Feline Association because they banned all Russian cats from competition in solidarity with Ukraine. So
wow.
yeah, I'm
Are
not
you
even
kidding
kidding.
me?
I'm not even kidding. If we wanted to put him in cat competitions, which obviously we don't, he would not be allowed because he is a Russian breed of cat.
I don't trust him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not sure I trust him.
Couldn't trust that little face. Hello.
I feel
But
like
yeah,
that's all
there-
you
there
need
you
to
go.
know about the Ukraine-Russia thing on who to side with. Probably not the side that's banning cats.
I have to find an article about this.
It doesn't make them look very. It's just this. It's more kind of corporate virtue signaling. It was like when
Yeah.
the Cardiff Philharmonic in Wales decided to blacklist Tchaikovsky from their repertoire because he's a Russian composer. It's he's been dead for many, many years now, and he wrote beautiful music. Please explain to me how you're helping the Ukraine by
Yeah.
blacklisting him from your repertoire. It's just look at us. What's so good?
We live in the dumbest timeline. Let's just all
Yep.
agree with this. Then
Yep.
there's never been a stupider time in history.
It's true. I mean, why would you want to blacklist beautiful cats that look like this from competing in cat competitions? How does that own the Russians?
Yeah, I know. No, I don't know. God.
Oh my God, people are
Yeah, they
retarded. This isn't
It
a
is. It's like
Ukrainian
clown
flag.
world. I don't understand.
It's
Who
insane.
even thinks of this? We got to ban Russian cats. Let's get on that ASAP.
Yeah.
We can put out a press release. It'll make us look really good.
That's literally why they've done it, though. I mean, no one likes the fact that Russia has invaded Ukraine. Okay, the war is bad. None of us support war. But how is doing stuff like banning Russian cats from competition and banning Russian composers and banning Russian, how is that going to stop the war?
Vodka,
Right.
Poor
right?
Putin's really mad. He's
How
fuming.
is that going to help the Ukrainians?
It doesn't. It's
No.
crazy.
We better
Those
stop
poor
bombing
cats.
because our cats can't get in the cat show.
The cats just want to show their stuff. Pat Maloney,
Oh
Johnny
my
Depp
God.
destroyed Turd's lawyer on Thursday, shaping up to be an OJ Rittenhouse level. How was the funeral this weekend? Oh God, I haven't caught up on the trial. I am going to talk about it with a lawyer later this week, but do you guys have feelings about this?
Yeah, Johnny Depp honestly is a better stand-up comedian than he is an actor. He's really funny on the trial. He's just completely
He is.
negging Amber Heard's lawyer because he's a fucking clown. The lawyer just asked him the dumbest questions. He asked him 3 times, Johnny, is this your Mr. Depp? Is this your signature? Mr. Depp, once again, is this your signature? He's like, yes, it was my signature 3 times ago. And then the whole courtroom's laughing.
Oh my God.
You have to watch the meme video.
Really?
Yeah, I
I'll
saw
get
a
it
few
for
of those
you.
clips. It's really good.
Meme video.
I'll get it for you.
Okay.
I was watching Steven Crowder whenever that day was when they were talking about her shitting in the bed. I was crying laughing. I don't know if you seen that, if anyone's seen that part. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I sent it to people. I was dying laughing. Makeup was running down my face. I was like, oh my God. I didn't even know about that until I seen that because I wasn't paying attention, honestly, until I seen that. And then I'm like, wow, this is clownery right here.
Imagine you shitting
I
in
still
the
want
bed.
to know if she squatted on the bed or threw it in the bed. How did she do it? Did they ever say?
I don't
That's a good
know.
question.
See,
I gotta
this is
catch
what
up.
happens when you don't have a bidet. What did I tell you guys?
Yeah.
That would have happened if she just had a bidet.
Exactly.
Mm.
Could have saved us this whole trial drama.
Yeah.
All right, I put the video in the private chat.
Okay. I see.
No, but imagine that you taking a shit in your ex's bed gets brought up in the court of law.
Okay, this looks hilarious.
It is.
This might be worth a copyright strike. All right, let's see.
I don't think you'll get a strike for this.
Yeah, this is news commentary. This is actual.
Right. We're commentating.
This is within the realms of copyright.
Very serious live stream we're doing, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. Had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Let's move beyond the conversation.
Said, yes, they have. Ms. Heard had told she would like for him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
Oh, he's crushing it.
He got it.
I'm learning.
Oh my god.
Ms. Heard that
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor.
disturbing. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers. Someone's article, not from the man's mouth.
It's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is
You'd like
other
it to be, sir.
Nothing
simple as
other
before December.
Wow.
document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings.
Here it
correct?
is.
That's my signature, indeed.
That is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
It's the document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature.
Correct.
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times?
I wanted to make clear that you signed that.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Again.
Okay. So you
Oh my god.
we're drinking pretty heavily.
Are you there?
Mr. Depp,
Were you there?
Trying to respect the court's
God,
time
his
and
lawyers prepped the
My
fuck out of
question
him.
is simply,
Kudos
you
to
would
them.
agree- You would agree. You would agree that on
I love how Amber Heard has a bunch of feminists and masks behind her.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Exhibit 500. 500. That's Exhibit 500.
Exhibit 500. What is like next to him? This
See
little.
who I lied to.
I just drink whiskey in the mornings too, right?
Oh god.
Happy hour anytime.
Did you carry cocaine in that box?
It's 5 o'clock
No,
somewhere.
but it looks like it would fit some cocaine. Gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much. You did.
Did I read that correctly?
You did.
Okay. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
Oh my
Continue to
god.
read them right, yeah.
Right after you cut your finger off, that you, or right after,
What?
I won't give you anything to argue with me yet. Right after you sustained an injury to your finger, that you, right after you sustained an injury to your finger,
Simp.
Bless you.
you had a mega plane of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Fast forward in time a little bit, Mr. Depp.
Yes, I can feel it.
I have other
Oh my
uses
God,
for your
this is
throat,
great.
which do not include
Woo!
injury. I have other uses for your throat. which do not
Hello,
include
Daddy.
Injury.
Sorry, could you read that again?
Yeah. So good. Oh my god.
Well, have you guys seen? There's now footage
Dude, that is so
at
good.
a fan event. Amber Heard's lawyer is at one of Johnny Depp's fan events from like 2015.
Oh my
So she's like a hardcore Johnny Depp fan, like when he's rocking on the carpet, and she's standing there with her phone.
Oh my god.
Wow!
Wow.
Wait, did you see that video where he was Captain Jack at a children's hospital and the kid asked him what happened to his finger? And it was when she cut his finger off and he like covered for her.
Wait, it cut off?
like the
the
tip
tip
of
of it.
yeah.
The tip
And,
of
like,
it, yeah.
some little kid asked him about it, and he
Oh,
like
yeah.
covered for her. So she like, yeah, that was
Oh,
so
goodness.
weird.
Okay, I'm so angry that you guys brought this because it was such amazing content that now I'm going to be like completely invested in watching more of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that
Well,
was
to be
so.
fair, it took 2 days to get that because he talks very,
Right.
very slowly.
Yeah.
It's great.
Did any of y'all see where Melonie Cosmetics
Yes.
yeah, because Amber Heard's like saying she covered up her bruises with a Melonie Cosmetics palette, like a very specific color correcting palette. And then Melonie Cosmetics, I don't know, I think it was on TikTok that they posted.
Yeah.
That palette didn't exist back then.
Yeah, she's like, I carried it with me in case
Every day
anytime
in
Johnny's
my
gonna hit
marriage.
me.
I mean, this is what she gets though. Like she's such a dipshit. Like she just makes it just so
Right.
much worse for real
Wow.
victims. Like she's such a
Yep.
tool.
Yep.
Wow, Melonie Cosmetics, and I know that brand because it's an affordable drugstore brand.
Yeah.
Has suddenly found itself at the center of the Amber Heard
I
trial.
own it.
Oh my
And
god!
it sucks. So on top of that, her using that palette sucks. It would never be able to cover up bruises.
That's
And she was sponsored by L'Oreal. So imagine being sponsored by L'Oreal and then doing some promo for Melanie in this case.
I know. You know what, maybe she's gonna get let go of
Because
Melanie. So
you're
that's
not
why
worth
she did
it.
it.
Wow. And like, oh my god! And now
Like,
viral
how do you
TikTok
get that
video.
wrong? Like you didn't even look. You just thought it was there forever, so you just picked one. You didn't
She
even look into
probably
it.
Figured Melanie that they don't have a social media department because
Right.
of they don't have the budget. You know, if she mentioned something from Sephora, they figured out they get on it right away. But Melania, they don't have time. They don't have the resources. But oh, they do. They recognized it. Wow,
Hey.
that is cray.
She's such a tool.
Hunter Vokit, Chrissy, great interviews with John Paul Rice, Lori Harfiness, and Lauren Phillips. Thank you, Hunter. For posterity, the Brady Bunch children are boomers, not parents. I mean, you know what I meant. Push-ups. Maybe I'm a medium because LeeAnn possesses my heart. Ooh, we got a simp in the chat.
Maybe.
LeeAnn, what do you think of push-ups? Well, there's no picture there, so shoot.
Yeah, a P. I mean, promising. Could be promising.
Push-ups. Let's get a picture in there. Oh, Demogeni, who I met in Atlantic City. He came to the Friday night show. Hello, beautiful ladies. It was great to meet you, Chrissy. Sorry I had to bounce. Hope to catch you at the next show. By the way, I see why you have Simps. Oh. Oh,
Why? Tell us more.
I know. I was like, don't leave me hanging.
Did he bring you chocolate?
Super sticker. Chocolate?
Yeah.
Super knitter?
When I met Demogeni in Chicago, he brought me chocolate because he knows that I loved candy.
You didn't bring me chocolate?
What a swell guy.
What kind?
That's awesome, though.
It was a Hershey's bar because I love Hershey's bars. But we were like drinking at a bar and I hadn't eaten. And so he's like, Anna, I brought you chocolate. I was like, you're my favorite person in the whole world.
That's so sweet.
Cat Cam. We got a new cat. Oh, look at her.
So cute.
Oh my god, she's so cute. Hi, Tulip. Not
That's
Tulip.
not Tulip, that's Rain.
That's Anna's dog. Shit. I'm getting my
That's
pet
Rain,
name.
right?
Yeah.
And just to make sure she's not Russian, we don't have to ban her from the show,
Yeah.
right?
Can we
Okay.
please test her DNA really quick?
Well, she's a mutt. You could tell she's black and white like me.
I like that she has her hands
Aw.
like this.
She's a muggy.
Like this.
I love cats so much. God, I love them.
I like them.
I
too.
like how they're
laugh at mine.
autistic. They're all autistic. It's really funny.
I like
Mine
when
are
they push
retarded.
things off the table. They're
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's
Yeah.
a good example.
My cat was trying to do that just then, like with my blue light glasses. He was just doing that, and I'm like, now, stop it, leave them. But look,
Aw.
if he wants to do it, they get whatever they want. Cats, that's the thing. We think we train them, but actually they're training us.
They rescue you.
Mm.
Ospedy, will you take a stand against blasphemy? What kind of blasphemy? I honestly, let's look up blasphemy.
Is it only religious or can it be anything?
I feel like that's what we all do.
Jesus Christ. No, I won't
the
take a
eyes
stand
of,
against blasphemy.
Oh, right. No, I think just words are words. Andy Masterson, good to meet you. Andy, he came to the show. Great meeting you, Chrissy. Loved your show. Andy Masterson, God, do we have it? Surprised me with yet another custom doll.
Ooh,
this
nice.
time do we have it? I think it might not be nearby, but he made a custom doll of Frank.
Oh,
What?
really?
Yeah.
Is it a filing cabinet?
Frank, do we have it nearby? He did make a filing cabinet with one of the other dolls. Now I have like 4 from him, which is crazy. And I have to do video, like unboxing videos. But he made one of Frank, and Frank was very like caught off guard because he's not trying to be like in the spotlight or whatever. He's like, oh, it doesn't really look like me. I'm like, yours looks, it's a gist. It's the basic idea of an Italian looking man. It's basically you. But anyway, good to meet you, Andy. Good to meet you. I think Frank is running along and finding it. Legion Talk. Brittany, what's up with the Destiny photo? No longer against his ethical CP stance for predators?
In what world does taking a photo with someone mean that I'm there for CP or like pro predator? I don't really think that makes sense.
It just shows that you can be civil with someone you disagree with when you meet them in person. Unlike that guy on the one show we just watched.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, you guys know that I'm very anti-OnlyFans. I think it's detrimental for mental health for women. It's detrimental for addiction for men, etc. But, like, I get along with LeeAnn fine. We have a difference in opinion on that. And LeeAnn's honest about it. So that's why we can get along.
I just tell girls the truth. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like against people doing it, but I need them to know the reality because like people just leave it out. I'm like, no, there's a lot of bad parts too. So I'm just telling them and then they could do whatever they want. And I definitely advise them against doing porn. No offense to anyone that does porn, but way too many of my friends are so fucked up now because of it. And they did shit they would never do ever. And now they're
go to
sad
Italy.
and fucked up. So
Go to
it's not
Italy
worth
with
it.
a random guy from Instagram.
It wasn't a
one of
random
them's
guy, it was
missing now.
Luigi.
Oh, Luigi.
Luigi, yeah, don't do it.
I actually, when I was 19, got asked to do porn randomly. Well, except I didn't know that's what I was being asked. I was this like very innocent, this is so many years ago, 19-year-old, and I was on a train. And some guy looked to be in like his 40s, tapped me on the shoulder and said, excuse me, miss. Yeah, I was literally just sitting on a train. Excuse me,
Oh my
miss.
God.
Oh, yes. And he goes, would you like to do some modeling?
Model. That's how they get you. Modeling.
And I
So
was so
creepy.
thrilled because I was literally sitting there thinking to myself, oh my God, I feel so fat today and I've put on weight and oh my, those sort of insecurities. And this guy, here's a modeling. And I was like, I'd love to. And he said, well, great, here's my card. And then he said, oh, but remember, you have to be over 18. Like, and I'm like, yes, I'm over 18. And I like reflecting back on that day, all the people around when he said that, they all just kind of just gave me this mildly concerned look that are like all the older people because they knew what it was and I had no idea. But I looked at the card and it had like no website on it, just like the name, and he like scribbled his phone number. So after a lot of Googling, I'm like, this guy is weird. Yeah, he ran a softcore adult material website filled with women who look to be sort of like Northern European. And I was like, wow, that is
Still a compliment, though. Still
It is
a
a compliment, but not the compliment you want.
As a 19-year-old who was feeling a bit like insecure that day about her body, I thought, well, it's not quite modeling, but I will take it as a positive. That was that experience.
That's how a lot of people get trafficked too, because that's what they do. They prey after the ones who just turn 18, who don't know any better, have no frame of reference, don't know what they're getting into. And I used to get the same thing even when I was 18, because I started streaming at 17. And they used to email like a ton of porn offers, like, I'll fly you out to Dubai, the Caribbean, like China, all these countries. And they make it sound like it's, one time I think they offered me like $80,000 at one point. And I was like, no.
I know. If any chicks are watching this and it's that much, it's not. It's too good to be true. It is. Don't do that. Like that's bad. They're never gonna do that. That's like so out of it. Like you should know right away that that's not gonna be real.
Do your due diligence. It's always really, really important.
No, I always tell them
Nobody-
like just to contact me if you need help, if you're getting something, whatever. I even started talking to. I made a TikTok and I like there's people scamming old women like on OurTime and shit. And like my mom met someone before, and I was like, dude, don't ever meet someone off the internet without telling me. So now I'm like helping these women like look up these people, and there's dudes that are American on OurTime.com trying to like scam our moms. Like they're trying to pull the Nigerian, oh, my daughter's getting engaged, but she's stuck over here and I need money so she can come back. Like they're trying to pull this shit on people. I'm like, no, don't. I'm like, do not meet people on the internet.
No.
Like, oh my God.
Everybody needs to watch Catfish. It's a very important learning, which by the way is one of my favorite
Older
shows.
women
Because
don't understand that. They're just like, oh yeah, he's nice, he's cute, he really likes me. I'm like, no, let me see it. Let me see his profile and see if I can find like who he is for real. Like, come on, man.
But it's not just the older women, it's younger women too. It's people of all, men, women, everybody wants to connect with somebody, and the lies that people will tell themselves because this other quote unquote feedback is making them feel good. You just have to really watch at least 6 episodes of Catfish. That'll give you the whole lay of the land.
I'm like, dude, don't be giving people your personal information. And there was like traffickers on these sites asking women if they had kids and how old they were. I'm like, dude, don't tell them that until you absolutely have to. Like,
wow.
Like a while. Like, don't even bring it up, man. Like, if they're cool, they'll understand why you didn't, because that's fucking creepy. Like, don't tell them or give them pictures of your kids, or people put pictures of their kids on dating sites. Like, I had to make a thing about it. I'm like, dude, stop doing that. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah, and people online do that too in terms of like streamers and YouTubers. Sometimes they'll use their children as a shield, like, here's my kid, like type of thing, and they don't realize
that,
or they do realize, and they just don't care, like what they're exposing their kid to.
God, it's so scary. And they're saying on this article, what scammers and con artists here is that the 50+ market is a prime target for their crimes. Not only are daters 50 and up more financially secure, but they also might be lonely and respond well to flattery. Oh, this is sad.
Oh, something like this happened to my grandma on Facebook before she died. Oh my gosh, my aunt had to get on, or like get her phone and block the guy because she didn't know how to do any of that. So, she's talking to this guy and like, and he's trying to scam her out of money, and he's a lot younger than her and all that stuff. And so my aunt just got on the phone, blocked him, and she just thought he ghosted her.
Oh my God, they're the worst. They like go after widows, especially because they know they're like vulnerable and lonely.
Yeah,
but
it's
horny.
up. Widows are horny.
Yeah, and they're like, your husband leave you money? Like if they ever ask you that, for sure, don't say anything to them ever again. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if they do just come out and say shit like that. They're just so brazen. I'm like, damn. And some people still tell them, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Like, you don't even know who that is behind there. It could be some fucking 15-year-old trying to scam you. Like,
right.
I find that so funny.
Oh, look how pretty! Oh, hello!
I want to pet his tummy.
Look how cute! They're so cute. Oh, how many of us have cats? This is a lot. This is a lot of cats.
Yeah.
3 across the middle. This is the cat zone.
I have 2 cats. They're retarded and deaf.
Wow. Carol, do you have cats?
I have no pets, no plants, and no kids. Nothing that needs water, nothing I can break.
Okay. LeeAnn,
nice.
Do you have pets?
No, I just have 2 dogs.
Okay, cool. Dogs are better. Correct.
Too small.
Dogs are lovely. I love dogs.
Well, this is a familiar face. Okay, Baldu Gaggers. Yay, SimpCast. Daisy, classy as always.
Aw,
good to see you. Lawrence Steffens. Last time I put out for product, I was in Kazakhstan for a rack of lamb. I don't really get that, but it sounds
That's
funny.
back for the Greek salad joke earlier.
Oh shit! Of course.
It's funny.
By the way, Bish Parmak in Kazakhstan is the bomb. All right, good. I will.
Amazing.
I do really miss those Astoria Greek salads. Vampire Slayer, Christy doesn't do porn. Shocking. Sounds like the lady from Melonie's video that doesn't date viewers because I don't know. She's married.
Yeah, there's this girl streamer. And she one of her top donator basically is suing her because she won't date him. And she's married and has a kid. Yeah, let me see if I can find that article.
That is peak 2022.
It is. I'll have
Whoa.
to find that and link it because that was an interesting. I made a video about that. Oh, here it
Super
is.
clownish.
That's what happens. People get these unhealthy, like, parasocial relationships and they just can't get themselves out. Like, they're in the metaverse. They can't get out. Like, they don't understand that. No. Like, what the fuck?
They can't fight the moonlight, LeeAnn. They just get so excited. Twitch streamer threatened with romance fraud lawsuit from viewer.
Oh, I like her hair.
I love
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty.
Amazing.
Loving the unicorn hair, mermaid hair, whatever. Twitch streamer Ms. Kenner says a wealthy donor has allegedly compromised her income, threatened to dox her, and even suggested legal action, all because she wouldn't reciprocate their feelings of affection.
She should have made her name Mrs. Kenner. She didn't.
Yes.
Want
Wow. Okay. So, April 16th. Every streamer should be aware of situations like this and protect themselves. Blah, blah, blah. After allegedly receiving tons of donations from this individual. Oh, I want to know how much money this guy gave her.
Thousands.
You're like, I'm not married yet.
Who has a husband and children obviously doesn't feel the same way. Do you feel like Kenner's husband, like, I don't know, is there something a little something about that? Like, if you're, I don't know, I wish there were men on this for once, like, to answer this question of, like, okay, maybe somebody, if there's a man or two in the chat listening, like, if you were with a girl who made, I don't know, would that make you feel a way as a dude, or would you? I'm like so not eloquent.
I can tell you,
right
my
now.
husband would have absolutely none of that. Absolutely none of that.
You would not let another man donate to you in large amounts.
What's the question?
Okay. Oh, good. A man is here. Okay. Like, would you feel a way? Let's use me as an example. Like, if I just was doing what this girl is doing, and I don't know, let's say this guy gave her like $40,000 or something, like a fan, and then, like, would that make you feel a way?
What was the $40,000 for?
Well,
I wasn't
she's
paying
a
attention.
streamer. She plays video games, so streams video games. I don't think it was that much. I think it was like 5,000.
So like a $5,000
donation.
For anything in particular, or just to
Just
be
like
a fan?
when, you know what, like when streamers stream, they have like donations, and this is like a gender neutral thing. Like guy streamers do it too. So
Yeah, sure.
the viewers will just send money to support.
So the question
Like
is, if
super chats.
somebody
Yeah, like it's super chats basically.
But if someone was a major donor who was like always there, like over and over, and doing
like
amounts
Frank
that
would
were
be
sort of
happy to tell, like, fuck
outsized.
yeah.
So like Muhammad.
It sounds like Frank
exactly.
It sounds like Frank doesn't care.
I mean, here's my take on it. Like, how is it the woman's responsibility? Like, it's the guy spending the money. She's not like controlling him with mind control. I mean, I don't know if in this case for sure if she manipulated him or not, but
Yeah,
in a
that's what
lot
I
of
was gonna
cases,
ask,
it's
did
like
she say stuff to him.
What?
Make him? Did she say stuff to him? That's what I was.
Yeah, I don't know
wondering,
if
too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if like she in particular manipulated him, but like let's say it were Chrissie an example, and someone just gives her a huge donation because they're rich and they can afford it and they like her content. Like, how is that Chrissie's fault?
Right.
So I wouldn't hold Chrissie accountable logically.
Right. Yeah, that's
So
how I
the
feel.
dude is upset that his girlfriend is getting these donations? Is that
No. This dude is donating to her, or donated a lot of money to her, and he's suing her now because she won't get in a romantic relationship with him because she's married and has kids.
Okay.
So he's insane, basically.
He's crazy. Yeah. Good for her for getting the money. File a
Yeah.
restraining order
Yep.
and move
Yeah,
on.
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I
agree. It's very entitled, isn't it? The attitude from that fan. It's like
Ixon has a question. We're going to let him in.
Okay.
Said okay.
I have a question. Was she flirting with the guy at all, or leading him on?
Not have been.
I mean, it doesn't. But there's people haven't shown that. At least I haven't seen all of her streams, but from what I've seen, it looks like she just plays Destiny 2. I don't know. There's nothing that gave that indication, but again, I don't know.
Because I think that does
G Fuel.
change things. If
Okay.
she was flirting with him and leading him on, that could
Yeah,
be
I agree.
Right,
And
I
that's
mean,
also
if
what
she
we need the
were,
context.
if she were flirting with him, but I think that you would think at least something would be pulled up, maybe the comments. If that were the case, people would be able to clip it and show it, but that I haven't seen any evidence that she has done that.
Okay.
I would
Well,
just-
yeah, I
She's
mean,
psycho.
there could be an argument for fraud if she was like, hey, could you give me money to pay my phone bill, blah, 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 and leading him on.
Right.
There is that element. So that's all I
Yeah.
wanted to ask. If
That's
that came
fair.
up.
That's fair.
I just think from a woman's standpoint, if you're putting yourself out there, you also just need to protect yourself and know that, you know the amounts of money that people will donate for content that makes sense. And if you start getting somebody who is overzealous and sort of outside the norm, you just have to kind of keep that in mind to just protect yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, she's calling him he was always an insane grifter and
gifter.
Oh, gifter. Always an insane gifter and donator. Well, now I see he's literally just insane. I am purposely not naming him yet. Why don't you name him so someone else can get in on it? No, just
Probably
kidding.
because
As I'm trying to avoid doing so, you'll see why as you read on. OurTime, he sent me tons of money from PayPal, Twitch, Fanhouse, Streamlabs, and Buy Me a Coffee. I haven't heard of that. I never had reason to believe he was a threat and continue to be thankful for his kindness. He is supposedly a millionaire. That info is an easy Google search away, and he's a public figure in the music industry. A few weeks ago, everything went south.
Drake.
He said,
she's too old for him.
It's Kanye. It's Kanye West.
He loves the girls.
That was a lot of money I sent you. You knew I had a crush on you. You lied to me, and now I want all that back.
Wow, Orbiter's remorse.
He
Right
began
there.
disputing all his PayPal transactions. That pushed me thousands into the negative. Wow, that's kind of dumb on his part. Like to I mean, she's not a prostitute. She's not like an escort. So it's like at no point on any of her things, I bet does it say like you are gonna get X in return for X dollars. So
No, she's a gaming girl. I think I don't know. There's a lesson here, isn't there, for as well for fans of streamers, which is basically like don't get so emotionally involved with content creators that you think they're going to go out with you because you give them large sums of money. I mean, never get so emotionally attached like that to anyone on the internet because ultimately it's all fiction. So I think this is even if she had flirted with him, like suing her for romance fraud or whatever he's doing because she's not going to date him because he gave her large sums of money it's really kind of on him ultimately.
That's true.
Like
And
it's weird.
There's a real life lesson as well. I mean, relationships aren't transactional. If somebody likes you, you need to buy them things to make them, whether it's a friend or a romantic situation, but real relationships aren't based on a quid pro quo.
Well, and even think about dating in real life. Like, so if a guy takes you out to a couple dinners and it doesn't work out, I want to sue for my money back because like she broke up with me. You know what I mean? And that's a totally different scenario, obviously. Even in that case, when you're going on deliberate dates, you still don't have a case for that.
Don't give them any ideas, Melonie.
Yeah.
Don't give them any ideas. We're gonna Johnny Depp and Amber Heard part 2.
He said this guy got a hold of all my personal information, including phone number, husband's phone number, address, names, children's names, and other personal info that he said he would leak publicly if I don't give him the $5,000. He said he will do anything in his power to make me look like I asked for this and will destroy my name, my brand, and ultimately have me banned from Twitch.
Well, now
I know
this is
he
a
can't.
counter lawsuit. This is extortion.
Yeah,
So,
dude's a fucking psycho.
Blackmail.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is I'm beginning. The more we read, the more I'm beginning to think this is very much on him.
Yep.
This is very much on him.
Any extent.
100% it's on him, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't take active steps to protect yourself.
Yeah, that's very true.
Wow, so he's gonna make up whatever he can for proof, then blocked me on IG. That's where all my communication was, and now I can't access any of it to screenshot any of the chats. Wow, I feel stupid for not screenshotting it as it was playing out. But you're probably not thinking,
Right. No,
I
you need to screenshot everything.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
I know. Wow. He's gonna make up anything. Wow.
Instagram should leave that shit up for at least 3 days before, even if they block or delete their account, because they're deleting their account for a reason. So
I think they should do it the way Twitter does, where it's like you can't message them, but you can see everything that transpired prior.
Like, why would you do that? Like, take it all away and just disappear.
Let's read this last line. My best advice: if it seems too good to be true, it usually is. Lesson learned. Don't get true.
I want to take this moment to say here at the SimpCast, we love our fans. No kidding.
We do.
That's really interesting though, because at first I was thinking like, oh, this girl flirted too much, because we see so many examples of girls that are like streamers or like they're just, like LeeAnn, you did a funny. I think it's your pinned tweet. You're like, I'm a Twitch, like I'm a video game girl now, and then you were like, and then your booth got. It was hilarious. So it's like that's what I'm picturing in my mind, like an amaranth, like a fart seller, like a someone who leans into that and maybe is manipulative. And then I'm reading this thing she wrote, and I'm like, oh, this guy sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's kind of sad. Like, shouldn't you be embarrassed to like that's where you're at? Like, you're threatening to.
I know. Like, what a loser.
Yeah.
Crazy
That's
doesn't
seriously
get
why I never
embarrassed.
gave my number out or anything. When I worked in a strip club, I'm like, no, I don't want anything to do with that. I want you to pay me at work and then leave me alone. Like, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want you having my number. Like, girls do that shit. I'm like, dude, they want something. Like, they're not just taking you shopping because out of the goodness of their heart. Like, they want something. Like, no fucking thanks. I'm good. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth stuff.
I know.
I like shopping. Okay, next quick. Evening, ladies. Any takes on the recent "You Are Here" hiatus? No cheating, Hickson.
What happened?
I guess they haven't done a show. I don't know what's going on, but I know they haven't done a show in a while.
Well, they said they were like quitting that.
Really?
Yeah, I just seen them. I seen Elijah post on Twitter or something.
2 days ago, they posted that they're on hiatus officially.
No way.
I'll send you
Everyone's asking why, and they don't say so.
I saw Sydney make a community post. I don't know if it's deleted now or what, but I saw a screenshot of it. And it was basically like, yeah, I know you guys have been saying there's stuff going on. I want to address it, but I want to wait until it dies down. I don't even know if addressing it will help, et cetera, et cetera. I feel kind of bad for her. Like, I know what it's like to be a female in this industry. So I hope, like, if she does speak out, it helps other people.
Speak out against what happened?
I hope they're
for whatever she's going through. I mean, like, for what it seems like, it's something, and she's like biting her tongue about it. So who knows?
I like
Chris,
that
guys,
show.
in the
Not
private
just 'cause
chat,
I was on
that's
it. Okay. Yes, here it is. Let's share the thing.
Anna's like, I don't give a shit.
Hey, y'all, thanks so much for your
I
patience
wouldn't
and
either.
concern. You Are Here is currently on hiatus. More details soon. This was what, a couple days ago? 2 days ago? Yeah. More details soon. You can always find Sydney and Elijah in the interim here and links to their individual YouTube page. Both are working hard on new content. Well, you just made me go blind. Inside joke. Okay, not relevant. Take the time you need. I had a rumor saying it had something to do with the NDA. Not sure if anything more or if it's just is even based in facts. Not much out here to begin with. Elijah has been completely hushed, and Sydney made a cryptic post on her YouTube community tab.
Yeah, that one.
Dang. Yeah, people are concerned about the secrecy.
Maybe Jack Murphy's suing them.
Literally one of my favorite shows in the Blaze. Aw. Yeah, I hope they're okay. It's well, that's the thing is when you're not upfront about what's going on, people are always gonna speculate.
But sometimes
now
you
people are
can't,
just gonna
and I
make
think
shit up and
I think that people have an entitlement to know everything that's going on in the business dealings, and sometimes you have to deal with things behind the scenes before you can tell people, and sometimes you can never tell people.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the social media world, everyone feels entitled to know every aspect of everybody's business, and it shouldn't be like that.
Point. That's a really good point.
Yeah, and if like you don't know or someone's not saying, then it's just instinctively people think, oh my God, something must be absolutely catastrophically wrong and someone's died and all that kind of stuff. And really, it could just be a very normal business transactional logistical problem.
Exactly.
Based on the community post, I wouldn't say that. I agree, like in generally speaking, what you just said, I agree. But in this specific situation, it seemed like she was distressed about something that had happened.
Well, is she a U.S. citizen? Because that's the only thing I can think of. Because since she's from Australia,
I think she has dual citizenship. I'm pretty sure. So
well, I saw a post about how she's like she can finally go back home and visit her family because the restrictions lifted. So,
that was because.
What if she's just going back home to visit her family?
Yeah, maybe she's just going back home. Yeah.
I'm gonna link you the post.
Okay. Oops, we already did that. Okay, Matthew Phillips. Luigi's a character. Question for Carol and Daisy. Do either of you get raunchy fan requests of this sort? I don't mean to single you out. Because I've heard stories for the other ladies. Oh, okay. You're sick of hearing our shit, Matthew. I get it.
Daisy, you want to go first?
Do I get not that often? Oddly enough, I don't get anything so entertaining as Chrissie's request to go and film an adult film in Italy. That's like the stuff of dreams. No, I don't get anything. Well, not anymore. I think I did when I first started out, but then I think my husband became quite a prominent figure in my YouTube channel in terms of live streams, and I'd mention him, so people figured out very, very quickly that I'm married, and they stopped. So I think initially I did, but now my kind of creepy fan requests really just take the form of like unsolicited advice on how I can improve my demeanor on screen. I gotta really.
I hate that. I get that sometimes too. It's the worst. It's like, oh, your voice is annoying. You need to do voice training. It's like,
oh my God, I got this weird email a little while ago from this guy who was in his 60s, and he said he was a fan of mine from television, and he loved the shows I was on, and he'd spoken to his wife, and they were both huge fans, and here was a list of ways that I could improve myself. And it was just really like,
oh my God, please give us the ways you can improve yourself.
Oh my God. He says, my wife and I have just seen you talking on television. As always, we found your comments to be valuable and thought-provoking. I thought, okay, that's very nice. Also, as occurs very often, we commented to each other that your on-screen persona sometimes overshadows your message.
What?
I know. It is also something that detractors might use to suggest you are a lightweight or to ridicule you. And I thought, well, people have been calling me a lightweight and ridiculing me for like 5 years, and it doesn't bother me.
How judgmental is that? Like, you can't fucking process a smart and a hot woman at the same time.
I know, right?
How dare you have a personality and incorporate it?
And then the list, he continues. He said, we would love to see your influence keep increasing. Thus, with all sincerity and good wishes, here are some suggestions that could be pursued over time in order of priority. So there's
wow.
Number one, consider, like the magnificent Margaret Thatcher, voice coaching to lower the tone of your voice. That alone will improve listenability and reception of your views and observations. Number two, subsequently consider adopting alternative clothing.
I knew it was coming. I knew they were coming for your dresses.
More Bette Davis, perhaps, than Judy Garland as Dorothy. Australia in 2022 is definitely not Kansas in 1939. I hope the comments. I know, that's exactly what I thought. I hope the comments above are not offensive, but might be received in the spirit in which they are made, with all sincerity. Should you be upset, my wife and I apologize. Finally, yes, I am a mid-60s white male who has only ever worked in the private sector, including for significant multinationals. Yes, I can be dismissed as old, male, pale, and stale. And then he goes on this massive brag about his children for some reason that he's raised with his wife. Like one works in the defense industry, another works with a Supreme Court judge.
He's doing this so he doesn't come off as a creep. He's like talking about his family. He's like, just so you know, I'm not hitting on you. Let's talk about what dumb shit my kids are doing.
Kids are doing. And then he finishes by saying, wishing you all the very best for future successes. Kind regards. Then his name. And I thought, you know what? I'd really rather messages like Chrissie from strange guys asking me to film pornographic films in Italy.
I mean, you wrote a lot.
Italy.
That's kind of unsolicited, weird advice. But those are the kind of messages I get.
You should have been like, well, will you and your wife buy me new clothes? Because if you want to buy me some clothes, that's fine, and I'll wear it. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Put your money where your mouth is. If you care that much, look, buy me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, give a solution. Shit, don't just tell me, like, give me a solution so I can please you.
Yeah. All right, so my answer to Mathieu's question. So I turn off my messages. Basically, you cannot direct message me on Twitter, or I don't even understand how to use Instagram, but I'm on it, but I've turned it off. So if you're not one of my followers and I'm not following you back, like, you can't do that. And I've done that, on purpose so that I don't sort of encourage people to, say ridiculous things. So they just put them out in the open. Most of the time, very similar to Daisy, people have lots of thoughts. It's usually somebody who has about 30 followers, and I have about 139,000, who wants to tell me how I can do my content better. How, one way that, why, if you said this, maybe, and I'm like, why do you think you should be offering me content?
And they have no content ever, or
right. Yeah, no, always. Nobody cares. But the one that stood out to me is I had something that I did for many years, which I discontinued at the beginning of this year, which was called Friday hair wishes. And it started as a joke, but it was this thing where I would post big hair pictures on Friday. We had a hashtag laissez hair and big hair, small government. And it was just like this silly thing that I didn't really enjoy doing, but the fans asked for whatever. And it got to the point where it would be like 12 o'clock on a Friday and they'd be like, it's 12 o'clock. We haven't seen anything. When are we going to get it? The thing that annoys me more than anything is people telling me what to do. So the more you tell me what to do, the less I'm planning to do it. So I basically told this one guy who was like really up in it. I was like, listen, I'm just saying this nicely, but if you ask for this one more time, I'm just going to block you. Like, if I want to do it, I'll do it and it'll be there. And if not, like, that's just, the way it's going to go. It's my stream and my content. And so when I said that to him, all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm an orthopedic surgeon and I make this much money.
Here comes the resume.
Wait.
Comes the resume.
And I'm richer than you. And my wife is, which by the way, isn't true. And my wife is hotter than you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, then why are you bothering me every Friday for fucking hair pictures? Go home to your piles of money and your fucking hot life and leave me out of it. So he got blocked. But it's usually something just weird like that because I get annoyed really easily, and so if you keep pushing me, it's like that's not gonna happen with me. So,
No.
but otherwise, I'm super nice.
Yeah,
That's a really great Simp story.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, their advice from fans, like, it can be given in a way that is really constructive and helpful. Like, if I get content suggestions, like, and you all know what I mean, someone will flick you an email saying, hey, I found this really interesting video that you might like to talk about in your next video. Or like even things like technical advice. Like when I needed a new microphone, a lot of my fans, like, they brainstormed together on the Discord and they suggested something and they're like, how about you try this, or have you considered, like, that kind of stuff is really good. But it's when it's like, the kind of stuff that I read and the kind of stuff that Carol is talking about, which is really more of a power play than anything else, where it becomes sort of on the nose.
And unsolicited. It's not like you're saying, hey, I was on TV today and I felt like my delivery was off. Could you give me feedback on how my voice is sounding? Like, or by the way, and I will say this to women, I actually have done voice lessons and continue to do them because I was told by a media news executive that on camera my pitch was too high, but he is like one of the best known people in the industry. And it was like, oh yeah, I probably he played it back for me. He talked about, showed me some other things. And this was somebody who had the domain expertise. So it comes off very different in that particular scenario than just unsolicited, random, like, hey, let me give you feedback that you didn't ask for. So it also depends on the relationship because it can be taken very differently.
Well, them saying your voice is annoying, that's just rude. Like, you're trying to be obnoxious and rude. Like, you could say it not like that. Like, oh, your voice is annoying.
Correct.
Like, oh, okay.
Incendiary.
It's like your voice. What the fuck are you supposed to do?
I know.
Like, great. So I'm just gonna annoy you all the time. So probably don't watch me then. Like, what?
Always learn sign language.
Turn on closed captioning. Works for me on television.
I still want to do that sign language thing we were talking about before, where that lady wasn't even the sign language person. She was just up there doing it, but no one said anything. Oh my God, I want to do that so bad. That is fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
That is something Alex would do. Alex sign for sure.
Yeah. How hard would it
I
be?
would do that.
From me, Pooh. Happy Orthodox Easter, by the way. To celebrate, I recommend watching the vid of President Zelensky dancing in high heels and bondage gear. It's on YouTube. What?
I did see that like a while ago.
That's
he was a comedian. I mean, he's done all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh boy, I think he's so sus. I don't know. He seems sketchy.
Yeah,
to me.
I don't.
You saw when he was like, actually, like, we just gave them another 800 million, and then he had the audacity to be like, actually, we need like 80 billion to account for all the damages.
Wow.
Didn't he just buy a mansion here in the US? Like, didn't he just buy a mansion or some shit?
Florida.
I didn't hear about that.
In Florida, mega mills in a very, very shishy neighborhood.
Why do they always operate like this?
I know.
We need money.
Because they think we're idiots
mansion.
and we can't do anything. So, they just be doing the shit blatantly out in the open now.
I'll be in Florida.
Wild.
Bye. Maximus. Hi, Chrissy. After the Johnny versus Turd trial is over, whatever the outcome, I'd love to see you cosplay as Amber on a Friday Night Tights. Hope the $10 helps towards that. Best wishes to you all. Yes, that's going straight into the wig fund. I could do Amber Heard. Hunter Vokit. There are Viking river cruises. I want to go on one. Viking. I want to go on one.
I would never want to go on a cruise.
I got pizza.
Yay!
Nice.
That looks good.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry too. I'm on keto again. Oh, I don't wanna. I'm gonna eat food. World's leading small ship travel company. This is Viking Cruises. Rhine Getaway, Romantic Danube. Which one should we do? I think Rhine Getaway.
Is there one that goes through Italy? You can hook up with Luigi somewhere along the way.
Yes. Look at this. You can do all this.
Nice.
Capital of the Netherlands. Ooh.
I don't know why I thought it was going to be in like the river by my house, like in Pittsburgh. Like, why would they have that? It's shitty here.
Yeah, are they gonna take off from Harlem? I can do it.
What the hell?
Our Rhine Getaway itinerary presents all the highlights of the legendary Rhine in just.
Hold on, Daisy. I didn't know that you did the voiceover for this video.
Yes, it's my whole hidden career. I'm a voiceover artist secretly.
Days. Your journey begins in timeless Amsterdam. Soak in rich colours amid the stained glass of Cologne's Gothic cathedral.
It's a crazy view.
Explore the mighty Ehrenbreitstein.
This is where I want to shoot my porn, Luigi. I hope you're watching.
Overlooks Koblenz and enjoy an evening stroll along the cobblestones of Rudesheim.
This looks exactly like Harry Potter from Universal. Like, just go to Universal Studios and basically the same idea.
With dawn comes Speyer, a quaint German town on the Rhine's west bank, where you can marvel at the architectural.
We haven't seen a single Viking. And this is
I know. It's rooftops.
I hope they dress like that on the ship, but I'm guessing probably not, right? Like they're not doing that.
Strasbourg, France follows.
It's just called that.
Okay, first of all, no diversity. This is very
You're in Germany.
Very problematic.
While Germany's Black Forest region is rich in
I've been
history
there.
and culture.
Really?
Your voyage
Ooh.
concludes in the pretty city of Basel, Switzerland.
Basel.
That's where Roger Federer is from. Sorry, just throwing that in there because I love Roger Federer.
Why Viking? No, yeah. We want to get on a long ship. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this looks too nice, though. I want to see, like, fucking a poop deck and shit.
You want to see them rowing?
Yes. Oh, man, this is
They basically would just want to go to the set of Vikings.
Yeah. I want to get splinters. I want to, like, see men with their shirts off. Is that so much to ask?
They're not going to smell very good, Chrissy.
I don't know. I'll just have to watch Pirates of the Caribbean again.
Just watch Vikings. The first couple seasons are really good.
Oh, okay. Kyle Kluken, considering my Viking heritage and the being am related to Harold Fairhair and Eric Bloody Axe, I approve of the Northman. Ooh, okay. Cool. I want to check it out. Opinionated news guy Elliot Kemper was the queen of the veiled prophet ball here in St. Louis. Decades ago, that ball excluded Black and Jewish people, but not when she did it. Yes, that summarizes the drama up pretty succinctly there. They're just looking
Poor
at
Ellie.
Poor Ellie. Me poo. Shout out to my buddy Nick Gayers. Oh, good job. Good job. You got me. Spinnels. Question for Venti. Why the derogatory comments against BX Bullet? What are you talking about?
What was
Spinnels?
derogatory about it? About me stating that she has an OnlyFans with lewd and explicit content? I don't understand. I mean, the only other comment I made was when she kept tweeting for like 3 days straight and saying I stole her content, which was not the case. I've never purchased prostitution material in my life. It was sent to me. And then I said, well, it wasn't worth to steal is to imply that it was something of value taken. So that was the only like derogatory thing maybe I said, but I don't think that I was derogatory. I was being pretty civil. Like, I think everyone here has pretty much seen like how much I can go off on someone. I was really like pulling back and like just being like very straightforward, and she didn't take it very well and proceeded to have a melty for 3 days. And then her response video, like to Destiny, using her kid as a shield, like after she just had gotten done like on all these podcasts saying how she has these creeps watching her and sending her mom porn and everything. That's how it came up, by the way, on the Jack show. It was she had mentioned someone sent her mom porn, and I was like, well, then how does she feel about your OnlyFans? And then she tried to be a little dishonest about it and say, oh, it's actually just cosplay. And I was like, that what I saw was not just cosplay. And then I dropped it, but then she proceeded to keep on going with that. So I pointed it out. That's basically what happened. But yeah, I
I want you to know that I both fear and respect you greatly, and I'm afraid to get on your bad side. K-Max for Brittany, what was it like meeting Destiny in person? Lauren Southern tweeted the proof. Did you? Wow, people have a lot of feelings about you in a picture with Destiny. Did you two get along fine in person?
It was civil in person. Like, I don't know what people want from me. Like, do you want me to like cut his dick off? Like what do they want me to do? Like, I thought it'd be funny to get him to say bimbo power. I was surprised he did it. So, but yeah, we were civil. It's a temporary truce. You know, one struggle dealing with.
Why was everyone there? Like, was there some kind of convention this weekend?
It was a myth informed event in Texas somewhere.
But yeah, it's like, you know, one struggle. He's banned from Twitch, had to deal with like a transgender person having a melty over something very basic, like, oh, you know, maybe men shouldn't partake in women's sports. And then also dealing with the ex-bullet drama too, where he called her a quasi-sex worker, which is an accurate statement. So that's why
he called her a quadriplegic sex worker?
No, like a quasi-sex worker. Like
oh my God.
Kind of isn't gray area.
I got that wrong. Okay.
Kitty.
Yeah, I think this is annoying, like an annoying internet thing that anyone you have worked with or have ever had a picture with, you have to like speak on their behalf or like explain, you know what I mean? Like anything they've done that's like any rumors. I don't know. I just feel like just because you work with, because people give me shit for working with Gino, for working with Anthony Kumi. It's like, I'm not their fucking keeper. I'm not their handler. I'm not here to like explain their life choices.
Yeah, I know, like they were supposed to be banished from everything. Like no one should associate with them.
You know, I do have a real pickle about that photo. Did you guys like just wake up and take it and you like just looked great?
What do you mean?
Well, because the guys look like they just rolled out of bed and it's like hardcore hangover. We're going to go get donuts because they're Lofty and Destiny. They're in like ratty t-shirts and sweatpants and like you're in a beautiful dress. You and Lauren look like, again, like you guys haven't stopped partying. Like you and Lauren kept going out and it's just like, oh yeah, we've just looked like this for 12 hours and the guys are like, ugh, you know.
Oh, I mean, I guess
in the picture I'm like, what are you wearing?
Yeah, I guess that's just because bimbo power and girls like actually care about how they look a lot. I kind of had to wear the same dress I did the night prior because I didn't have any, because I slept at the hotel because I live far away from the convention, like over an hour. So I had to like rewear the dress. But yeah, we like barely got any sleep because we were up late. We were up to like 5 a.m. Then we had to get up at like 12.
So it was what I said.
Everyone was sleep deprived. It's just that Laura and I had some, you know, concealer to put under our dark circles, and maybe the guys didn't.
Well,
sounds like you wore the same thing for 2
You
days.
had the-
Fucking boss.
You had the Melonie palette handy.
Yeah. Well, you still look great, but Destiny and Lofty, they need to put jeans on.
Oh, by the way, about the whole like taking pictures of people comment and not being their keeper, I will say I generally agree with that sentiment. However, there are certain situations where I think it doesn't apply. So, for example, Andrew, whatever the hell his name is, the name escapes me right now. Andrew Tate, the guy who got allegedly arrested for trafficking. When people work with a literal, like someone who's allegedly trafficking girls, I think that, or like an Epstein situation, I think those
Right.
are times where you need to be like, yo, you need to call that out. The difference is that I was in a photo with Destiny, got him to say bimbo power, right? And we're civil in real life. We're not tearing each other's throats out, right? For the sake of like acting like human beings. And we have, I guess, mutual friends and things like that. But like I've called him out and what I disagree with in terms of what he says. It's not like I haven't called it out, right? So I don't think it's exactly the same as like, oh, I have a photo with Epstein or like,
right?
Yeah,
Andrew
it's definitely
Tate.
not.
I find that the photo with somebody is sort of the laziest attack, because if you're somebody that's in the public eye, you have taken pictures with all sorts of people. You have no idea who they are. And there are also people who you may be friends and confidants at one point who do horrible things that you knew nothing about. And then now you've cut them out. So to go into a time capsule and assume just because people are in a picture together, who have been on a TV show together, whatever, that means anything is insane. And I will also say on the content side, which is a little bit different, the internet's about, in my opinion, sharing content. When I share something on Twitter, I'm sharing the content. I'm not sharing the person. So, if the person says something interesting, regardless of whatever their like huge, history of saying things are before, it doesn't matter because I'm not sharing the person. I'm just sharing that piece of content, and I kind of don't care who it comes from, with, like you said, limited exceptions. There are a handful of exceptions that you're like, yeah, you're probably not going to touch that. But, I don't have time to research the full history of every person whose content I'm sharing, nor do I care to. It's about sharing content, and I think people need to change their point of views about that.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I think it's like using the discernment for the exceptions, like when it is or isn't it an exception.
Here, share my screen real fast, Chrissy.
Okay. Oops. Oh, wait. This is from Lofty Pixels. Watching SimpCast on a literal airplane right now. Lol. Thanks for keeping me from dying of boredom. Also, it was nice to meet you, Brittany.
Likewise. Nice meeting you too.
Lofty. Okay. Sharing screen.
Okay, look. Brittany looks great.
Oh,
Megan
yeah.
looks great.
Yeah.
This guy looks normal. These two just rolled out of bed. Like, come on.
That's Lofty on the left.
The first thing I thought. Like, what was it taken at like 7 a.m?
They also, neither of them look like they've ever been to a gym, so that doesn't help.
It was so funny at the restaurant. The waitress comes by, and Destiny is like kind of small in real life. Like, he has narrow shoulders. He kind of looks like an elf in real life. And
he is smaller than I expected. Yeah.
And so the waitress comes over and he's like, "Can I have chocolate milk?" I was like dying. He unironically like was asking for chocolate milk. I was like, and I told him, I was like, "You asked for that like a child. Can I have some chalky milk, mommy?" It was funny.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Sorry, Lofty. I didn't mean you.
Your dress is fire though, Brittany. Super cute. Love the whole thing.
Thank you. I got it from Abercrombie. It's a new dress.
Cute.
Super cute.
I tried to watch that Abercrombie documentary. I got through like 10 minutes. I was like, all right, I'm not doing this. I just wanted to be like nostalgic, but no, they're just going to talk about white people the whole time. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Stupid.
I was like, I just want to see the story.
My dad loves Abercrombie and Hollister because they have like the dad lounge chairs.
Yeah.
And so whenever he would like get forced to take me and my sister shopping, he's like, "Can we go there?" And my mom was like, "No, that's so expensive." And he's like,
my
"They have chairs."
I have to watch this. I was obsessed with Abercrombie. Oh.
Soy milk, me too. I was surprised.
Okay, speaking of soy milk, I'm gonna expose him. He is a receipt toucher. Okay.
I knew it.
Five of us were at the restaurant, and like I made it off comment about touching receipts. He's like, "Oh, you believe that?" He's like rubbing the receipts on his face. I'm like, that's literally like getting fucked in the ass to own your like homophobic dad or something. It's like, you're the one getting fucked in the ass, not me. It's like, touch all the receipts you want.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're just like why does everything have to be inclusive with everything? Abercrombie was just its own thing. Like, who cares?
So you would literally, you'd walk in the store and like the whole store smelled like a hot guy.
I love that smell.
Yes.
I still have that cologne. It's fierce and I love it and I wear it because it's like unisex. Like, I still wear it. I love it.
I would be like,
It smells
take
so
all
good.
my money, which at the time was $60. Everything I have. The fucking
smells so
music.
good. I love it.
The shirtless guy standing outside. It was so good. It was when life was good. Back in the 90s and early aughts.
Yeah.
They didn't have any shirtless guys at the one.
I couldn't
They had
afford
black guys too. They would have occasional shirtless black guy. Like, let's not be rash here.
I couldn't afford Abercrombie back in the day.
Oh yeah, I would.
Thrift store.
It was the expensive store at the mall.
Yeah,
I
I
had
would
to
buy
go to-
like.
I had to go to Wet Seal instead.
Wet
You
Seal.
know that you're
Oh,
getting
I loved
clothes.
Wet Seal.
I love
Yeah.
Clothes?
Charlotte Russe and Wet Seal.
Papaya replaced
There's still a
them.
Charlotte Russe at our mall, but not Wet Seal. But I
Claire's.
don't know if they all closed or just the one at the mall. But there is a Charlotte Russe there still.
Papaya
Are
is
you ready
like the
for
new
this?
version of that. I had this dress is from there, surprisingly.
What's papaya?
It's like a Forever 21 Charlie Ruse wet seal type of ordeal.
Is it spelled normally?
Yeah, it's like the fruit.
Where did this window go? Here it is.
Kind of like they do for all the teen shows on
Right, yeah.
on TV. Yeah.
Weren't Adam Krigler and Malin Ackerman like two of the original Abercrombie models?
Yes.
What?
Kriggles was definitely an Abercrombie model. He's shy about it because he's trying to be about his brains now. But he
whatever.
hides,
I'd be like, yeah, I was.
he
Shit.
hides the fact that he was a hot Abercrombie piece for many
So this
years.
is like a Marky Mark situation where you're not allowed to address the fact that we all knew that he was Marky Mark.
Right. And this guy with a fucking carnival mustache, this smacks very much to me like the Dear White People show.
Yes.
Like the white people
Exactly. That's why I stopped
show.
watching it. I was like, no, I
you
know where
take
this is
something
going.
that's good
Wait,
and you
is this
fucking
documentary
ham-
just a bunch of black people calling Abercrombie racist?
Basically.
Oh God.
I actually really liked it. Like,
By
I
the way,
don't know
look at
where,
this.
like, I know black people that wore
diversity.
Abercrombie all the time.
This is a little gay. This is diversity right here.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's never,
That's not just a little
never-
gay. That's super
Look at
gay.
this is fucking gay right here.
Yeah.
This is
They're like
diverse.
progressive before progressive.
This is very diverse.
I know they discriminate against ugly people, period, no matter what color you are.
Yeah, it's not a fuck.
Love you and leave you. Much as I am very much enjoying this stream. I'm sorry. It is actually 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh my
where I am.
God. Okay, that's
Damn.
late.
And I have to go and finish some work, which is really sad because I would much rather stay here with you guys.
Oh, Daisy,
I
yeah,
know-
tell people where they can find you and etc.
Yes, you can find me on YouTube. Just type my name, Daisy and then Cousens with an E, Cousens. Type it into YouTube. I'm on Twitter under the same name, and Instagram and Facebook. So, and thank you so much for having me, Chrissy. And it was so nice to meet all you lovely ladies.
for coming
Nice
on.
meeting you. I'm gonna follow
Nice
you
meeting you.
on everything.
Yeah,
No
same.
worries, and I'll see you. I hope to see you all soon.
Yes,
Great
Daisy.
meeting you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Daisy.
Love you.
The Victoria's
God.
Secret shit, all that is so stupid.
When I was in high school, I wanted to work at Nick's Pizzeria in Rockville Center, and I was like, "Hey!" And they literally said to me, like, "Did they say it to my face?" No, they didn't even need to say it. I looked around and I go, "Oh, there's nothing but hot Italian men that are working here." I put two and two together, and I said, "Please, can I be the cashier?" And they were like, "Okay, fine." And that was it. And it's like, stores are allowed to have a fucking brand. You're allowed to have a vibe. Not everyone needs to be doing everything.
By the way, that's such a great business model. We had a shoe store at one of the malls by us that only hired really hot men and then would tell the women how amazing they looked in all of the shoes. And women were coming out with like 20 boxes. It was genius. It was called Backstage, and it was at the Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg. And that was the best business model
That's
ever.
so smart. People stop being smart.
They didn't invent
Content
Yeah, I
like
know.
this, like
So hard to
it's
believe.
such a such a brain scratcher. As to
There's
like
actually a great YouTube channel called Company Man, and it's literally everything is the rise and fall of all these different businesses. So it's not surprising that Netflix seems to be taking a page from that guy's channel. Like it's literally the same
Oh,
format
wow.
that this guy does.
Well, did you guys see the meme going around today where it's like the Netflix adaptation? Let me see if I can find it and share it with you guys. It's so fucking funny about, how you have something that's like traditionally all one thing, and then Netflix makes everything like black, gay,
I saw that.
diversity, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh my
missing
God.
a missing leg. Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, everything you liked was wrong. Everything you have nostalgia for is fucking racist or white supremacist. Like anything you grew up loving, like Star Wars, like comic books, anything, movies, TV shows. No, you were racist for liking that. And fuck all that. We're going to redo it.
Well, what's frustrating is whenever a lot of the new stuff acts like they're the first thing to invent putting women or people who
yeah.
aren't white in any content. Like, oh, look, Aloy, like she's the first female video game character ever or something like that. And it's like, man, back in the day, back in the 90s and stuff, there were all kinds of stuff that we watched that had, female leads or shows that were predominantly black and all kinds of stuff like that. But they want to act like that didn't exist. And diversity is new now. This is just a new thing.
Whatever will they complain about and yell at people about?
Yeah.
They're gaslighting.
Well, no, it's like them going, this is
Oh, they are.
transgender gay character in Star Trek. And it's like, really? Because they had that back in the 1960s. But, oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't watch the fucking show, you retard.
Aren't they
It's
like aliens?
who
in
invented
Star
the
Trek?
fucking computer of the Enterprise, of all of the starships within Starfleet? Oh, is that a black man? Oh, isn't that crazy? And they did that back in the 60s. So all of these people are just retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in the 80s, all the coolest people that we loved, from Michael Jackson to Michael Jordan to Oprah. I mean, it was amazing. It was an amazing time.
Yeah, and they didn't obsess and pat themselves on the back for every like, black or Asian person that they had involved in something.
Yeah, it was just seen as normal. And to me, that's the best way to do it, is just treat that like it's normal. Stop trying to like expect an award because you put a black person on your TV show. I mean, that's just
Well,
How
and
did
it's offensive to their talent as well, as
It
somebody who's
is.
focus on individuals. To say that the merit of what that person is bringing is not their incredible acting ability or their craft or whatever, it sort of reduces them down to a
It
stereotype
does.
and a trope. And I think that's unfortunate for all these people who are doing amazing work, and they're not getting the credit for who they are. They're getting some sort of stereotype award, and that's unfortunate for them.
My friend who is black, she just graduated college and she's like going and getting like journalism. She's putting out a resume. She's like, she was sad about it. She's like, I don't know if they're going to hire me because I'm good or because I'm black.
Right.
And she was just like really sad over it, because you're like making them feel like they did all this work and you're not even going to actually look at it. You're just going to be like, oh, you're black. So, okay.
Well, I can tell you, I had an invitation recently to be on a podcast, and the invitation was, oh, we're trying to get, awesome female guests, and here are all the women that we've gotten. And I said, well, I'm not comfortable coming on as a female guest, but I'll come on as a guest.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for calling me out on that. And it was just, it was like, I'm not, I don't want to be the one to check your box.
Like
I've had this before, being boards of
check this
directors
box.
and
Check
whatnot.
that box.
It's,
And then you
it's
send him
a
a picture of
thing,
your food.
it's like, I'm just coming on as a guest. If you want to have a good guest, I'll be there, but I'm not going to be your female guest.
I hear like and I know that people mean this as a compliment, but like, about once a week, like a tweet, a comment, like, wow, I normally don't find women funny, but you're great. Or like, you're really funny for a girl.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, it's like, it doesn't mean much when your only basis for like female comedian is Amy Schumer. I'm like, that tells me that you barely like comedy if that's all you've been exposed to. And it's also crazy that like suddenly groups of people who 20 years ago were not victims, were not in like a struggling class, now all of a sudden in the 2020s are now victims and need everybody's sympathy. And oh, guys, you know the deal. We're all smart. We know what's going on. So here's this thing. It's called Company Man. Let me put this up. Is this what Netflix is trying to do now? New vids on Wednesdays. Decline of Hewlett Packard. Oh, Marvel versus DC.
Fabulous.
Kroger. Taco Bell. I would watch that one.
I love Taco Bell.
Decline of all the things. Oh, okay. Sports Authority. BlackBerry.
Wow.
This is making me sad. This is all my favorite stuff.
The rise and fall of Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh no. Yeah, you know what else rises and falls? Fucking everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's called the business cycle. It's real.
Yeah.
Company Man is so good.
No. This isn't for you.
Are you talking to your dog?
Oh, yeah, sorry. He like just ran in here.
Tulip.
Oh, so cute.
One of these days, she's just gonna like fly away when you do that. She'll be like, "Ooh, you're so cute.
So cute.
I love her."
Oh
my god! Muffin loves pizza crust too. She loses her mind.
Just
Loves a pizza crust. Oh. Good for you running your show your way. Don't allow weenies to dictate your content. Monetize those weenies. Do a Sarah Jean frosking. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't think I've taken enough black dick to do an impression of her.
Ooh.
I didn't even mean that as a diss. It's just like a description. I don't know. Pat Maloney, Sarah J. angered the worst audience on the internet. R. James, panel, any strong opinions about simp bait extraordinaire Belle Delphine's shtick and also her return? Must say, most interested in Brittler's take.
Oh, I already have a video on her. It's age restricted, unfortunately, but it was a pretty solid video, one of my better work. So if you want my opinion on her shtick, you can watch that. But the TLDR is that basically she normalizes sexual attraction to infantile behavior, and I think it's kind of predatory and cringe.
Yeah.
And you guys already know my opinion on prostitution and online prostitution.
Is this
etc.
chick like her whole character and like, or was she
It's
gone
her whole
for a
brand.
while?
It's her whole brand. So, like, for example, she claims to not be like pedo bait, right? But then she goes and buys a literal little girl's dress, and she lied and was like, "Oh no, it was from a vintage store." And then I literally reverse image searched it and found it. It was literally like little girl dress. But yeah, that's her whole thing. She constantly paints herself as like, I'm little girl type of thing, and it's like extensive. It's not just because she's petite or whatever. It's her whole marketing and branding. I post the examples in the video if you guys want to go watch it. You have to be logged in though because it's age restricted. But I made a video on it.
Okay.
Well, I'm just confused because in her new pictures, are they old pictures? Because she has braces again, and I thought she got her braces off.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. And I think that's also like, I know people get braces because their teeth are fucked up, but like I think she utilizes it as part of her shtick in context with all the other stuff that she does to market herself as
Yeah,
like
because
pedo
she
bait.
didn't have them before. Like, do they sell fake braces, or did she have to get them again? Her teeth were straight. That's why I'm like, are they fake? Like, that's just
Wow.
weird. Like, why would you want fake braces?
Ugh, I had braces in college. It was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I know. Like, why would you want that? I would not want that, but
it's bad.
That's like one of the 90 Day Fiance girls wears braces for that reason. Or she said, I don't want to put her out of context, but she said a similar thing like, oh, guys like braces. That's why I keep my braces on because it makes them think you're young. And I was like, whoa.
Ew.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But what if you like got head with those? Wouldn't that hurt? Like, I don't know. Does any guys have any experience with those?
I remember the first guy I ever kissed had braces, and I was like, I'm never kissing anyone with braces ever again. And I broke up with him right after. It was
I
terrible.
can imagine it would feel good, like other places, but it could be wrong. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Daramuth. Rudy was the mayor during 9/11. Yes, context me, poo. Rudy Giuliani wants to be the next Joe Biden. Ugh, I hope not. Pena. Rudy Giuliani was on Masked Singer. The fuck? Dan Halen. I'm surprised Sarah J walked out. She, of all people, should know how it feels for people to pull out last minute and come down hard on her afterwards.
Oh, man. Amazing.
Zingers galore. Doc Holiday. Daisy. Oh, she's gone. Whoops. Sorry. Elsa Barrett. I want to support Ukraine, but when they're banning cats, it gives me pause. Oh, comment of the night. That's great. Gives me pause. That's funny. That's funny. Ultra Maximus. Hey, ladies. JD clip equals gold. You should get Ricky Berwick on sometime as a guest. Oh, yeah.
I love Ricky.
I know him. I know who he is. XSL. If y'all went to the butt slapping championship, who would be able to give out the most damage and who could what the heck? Who could take the most? Who wins the contest? This is hard to decide. Yeah, a lot of factors come into play here. I would say I could probably take the most damage. I
saw that picture with your butt popping. You could probably take a lot of damage. Looking good.
Oh my God. We're loving it. We're loving it. Sam, Amber Heard can crap on me any day. Okay, we got Amber Heard simp. Sam Toombs, this is so much better than grown men arguing about interpersonal conflicts. Love the show. I thought this was sarcastic at first, but I don't think it was. Thank you. Mike D, why not ask good old Johnny about Anthony Fox? Look it up if you don't know. Who's Johnny?
Depp.
Oh, Johnny Depp. Right. Oh,
Oh,
So
yeah.
I forget. Mark Wilkins, it's almost poetic that Predators officially became part of Disney recently. Oh, God. Angel art critic, Daisy is my elegant goddess in Boston Marathon band Russian Runners. Oh, my God. That's so crazy to me. Crash Mondo. Oh, what's up, Crash? Chrissy, funny story. I was talking to my friend about you and mentioned about all the kinky couples in Tampa. Then she told me about how she met her now husband while she was working at a swingers club in Tampa. Yep.
Wow.
Tampa is a kinky place. Like, I did a show there, and I swear, like 6 out of 10 people had met their like significant other, like swinging or at a fetish party or something. It's crazy. It's a good place to go if you're freaky. Oh my god, that age they should be happy for the attention. Oh, we're talking about the old ladies, the widows. Josh Krush, cat ladies unite. Oh yeah, we love the cats here. Nesquick, I need help from the e-girl hotline. Uh-oh. Brittler, none of Anna's pets have shown up tonight. Does she not realize half of what I pay for as a simp are pet pics?
You just saw him. You just saw Princess.
Have
I
you
don't
tried
usually
checking with your neighbor?
That was
I
from an
don't
hour
usually
ago.
let the cats in here.
Valkyria, hail on Anzac Day. We remember the fallen and the loved ones we have lost. Always enjoy listening to you all in my day. Good to see Daisy on the show too, other than Sky News. Thanks, Valkyria. All right, this is another Legion talk. Weird. Okay, he really wants to fight with you on this. You trashed Destiny and BX Bullet both. I commented on the photo, confused about the live stream you previously did. I got ratioed. I think your morals are at will like just some guy. Care to have a conversation?
Oh,
He
God.
sounds upset about getting ratioed. Like he just like threw that in there. He's
Right.
like, man, I got ratioed.
Getting ratioed is very upsetting.
How
He
dare
sound-
you
he has
be
some
civil with
PTSD.
people you don't align with?
Like,
Baldy.
what do you expect me to do? Like,
I know.
Like, actually, guys, actually think of this like from the perspective of not being fucking autistic. Okay, let's say you're out with a friend, like a good friend you've known for years, and then they now have a friend that you didn't get along with. Are you going to just start fucking checking out at them in public in front of your friend? Like, is that what you would do? Because if you would, then you guys are fucking autistic.
Well, and that's the thing is like in the content creator type space and all that kind of stuff. I know just like as a gaming streamer and stuff, haven't done it as long as I have. You're constantly going to be at events and all that.
Yeah.
And you're constantly going to be around people and working with people that you don't agree with or even like. But you gotta be civil. What are you gonna do? Fight?
Like we already said our piece. We already had it out on how many streams for how many years. Like
I know. What do
we're
people want you to do?
aware.
Fight them every time you see him?
I know.
Like,
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I'm
you must
saying.
be a complete bitch to him whenever you see him, Brittany.
like, not everyone wants to act like that. Like, you could be in the same room with someone you don't like.
If it makes you guys feel any better, we did neg each other a little bit in person. Like we had the occasional like offhand comment, but like I don't know what else you want from me.
I don't know.
They want you to be exactly what they imagine you in their mind.
Right.
And whenever you don't appease that, then you're the evil person, Brittany.
Yep.
Yep.
You're just like, you
See-
know, Trump being photographed with people. Like, oh, well, now you're bad because you were in a picture with him.
True.
Like, okay.
Repeat big donations are sometimes
Exactly.
preamble to predators. Pegasus' latest iOS spyware activates mic and cam. What?
I heard
Whoa.
of that, and I don't know the exact thing, but that is scary. That
That is
Pegasus
scary.
shit. Like, you don't even have to click on anything. It's like no contact. It's just like a
Whoa.
virus, and it can get all of your shit.
Oh no.
So you don't have to
What
click
is
a link
this?
or anything, which is like, what the fuck? How are you
What
gonna
is
know?
this Pegasus thing? Is that like a Trojan horse or something?
Yeah, it's like a
Oh my god.
like a virus thing or software that someone made, but now someone else might have it. But you don't have to click on anything. It just will. I think they did it to the dude in the UK, right? If I'm not mistaken, like to his computer, Boris, whatever fucking his name is, like his and shit. Like, I don't know. I forgot to look more into it. I just heard it last night. But that is terrifying if you don't even have to click a link or anything.
Oh gosh, that is scary.
Like, what are you supposed to
Ugh.
do? You're fucked, I guess.
It's like
Cry.
everyone's worst nightmare.
Cry and call out for a man. That's my plan. Push-ups.
We'll have one right over.
We've actually met IRL, Chrissy. Lol. That's not creepy at all. I'll stay private. No pics on YouTube, but maybe send LeeAnn the photos of me giving you a copy of Kingdom Come. Oh, why do you have multiple names then? Interesting.
Yeah, you should change it to a capital P and not the lowercase.
Yeah,
You'd seem more manly.
What is the point of doing 2 different names? Okay, I'm confused. All right, cruise.
I think sometimes people have multiple YouTube accounts because there's a limit on how many super chats you can send a month.
Oh, that makes sense.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, some people have to make multiple if they like to donate to like a lot of different streamers that they like.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cruishy, what if I buy a girl dinner? I don't own them forever. You learn something new every day. I think you own them until that meal has been processed out.
Right.
Me poo. We can't pick which one swims the fastest. I don't know what this is.
Oh, that was on the gender reveal thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Oh, Russell.
Captain Ridiculous. Awesome. Random question. Who has the best buffalo wings?
I like Wingstop. Yes.
Wingstop is the correct answer. Texas Trash Panda. I did that Viking cruise back in 2011. It was all old people and no Vikings. Oh man, I hope you got a refund.
I'm all right with old people. Old people are fun to hang out with. It's better than hanging out with kids or teenagers.
That's true. Some old people are great. James Shart. The problem with Viking cruises is people get mad and you loot and pillage along the way. They should definitely allow that. Zachary Folsom. Amber Heard was accused by ex-girlfriend of beating and abusing her, so Heard has a previous history of abuse.
Ex-wife. Yeah, she beat the shit out of her ex-wife.
But she shouldn't beat the shit out of her ex-wife. She should just beat her pussy.
Yeah.
I wish they would make a Viking thing though, where you could be a Viking, like you could just be one for like a week and you're on the thing. If they did that, I would definitely do that. Like someone do that.
Go to a Ren fair.
I would love to do that. From Doug Murray. Chrissy, if you're going on one of those Viking cruises, you should dress like one of those Viking opera singers. Have a great evening. Hello. Me poo. I do love. Okay, I'm not saying this. Fool me once. Okay, Sebastian and I'm looking at Chrissy, the Odin of SimpCast. Thanks, Sebastian. And finally from Captain Ridiculous. Mac, are you snacking on beef chips? Keto MFers?
I do. The brisket. Those brisket crisps.
The brisket is good. I have elk left over and I have another one. But I like the brisket. It was like greasy. It felt like you were eating just bacon out of a bag.
I loved it so much. Yeah.
It was just like flat, delicious bacon. Okay, let me see if I can pull up. Okay, this is a good SimpCast topic here.
Hey, Chrissy, before you hit the next one, I'm gonna have to leave
Carol,
too.
Yes, tell us where everyone
my
can
heavy's
find you.
in my bedtime because I've got TV tomorrow morning.
Yes, girl, Carol, thank you so much for coming on. Carol, you're the best. I can't wait. I hope you come back someday. Tell people where they can find you and follow you and buy your book.
Yes, so you can follow me on Twitter at CarolJS Roth. That's usually where I am. I'm also on Instagram, but haven't quite figured it out. But it's the same, CarolJS Roth there. And then I always say that if you want to buy my book, if you can support a local small business bookseller, try bookshop.org, which fulfills through local small business booksellers, and be aware of where you spend your money so that you can support small business efforts and entrepreneurs when you can.
Yes, I have used that website. So it definitely works.
But it was so nice to meet you, ladies. Thank you for letting me play with you.
Carol,
Nice to
thank
meet you.
you.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Carol. I'm so sad that she's going to miss this story about boobs. Okay. Boobs. Let's weigh in on these boobs. This woman was shamed for her distracting boobs at dinner. She claims that it was a prejudice against big naturals. I guess she had her wait. Let me share this actual article here. This woman is suffering from she had distractingly large breasts at dinner. Adrienne Earhart was celebrating her birthday when she said a woman at the table next to her started shaming her for her boobs.
Yeah, she should have left them at home.
Those are distracting and move tables. See, these were her boobs. those
if
are
I
to
was
me.
there, I would have started flexing my tits.
Right? Like
These
she
are
just sounds like a
standard-
jealous bitch, honestly.
Yeah, these are like regular birthday
They're not
boobs.
even. They're like covered.
Right.
Yeah. Let her live her fucking life, man.
She's like actually dressed normal. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm about to pop off about this because I've been saying
Pop
this for
off.
years.
Go off,
No, I've
girl.
been saying for years. Like there actually unironically is like a discrimination against curvy girls. When I say curvy, I'm not talking about the fucking fatties. I'm talking about women who have big boobs or like curvy in general, like small waist, big butt, that type of hips, wide hips type of thing. So specifically with boobs though, like if I'm just sitting here, right? And my tits are going to be in the frame. It's like
Right.
kind of a weird frame if it's like only neck up. So
Right.
like if I wear a tank top, no matter what kind of bra I wear, unless I'm wearing like something that's going to smush my tits and give myself like breast cancer or something from damaging them, like there's sometimes naturally occurring cleavage. That's just something that happens when you have bigger boobs, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that. Like even if you try to dress modestly in some cases, like it's just something that can happen. So if a girl were to wear the same dress she's wearing, but if she had a flat chest, oh, it's fine. It's not provocative. It's fine. But if you have
Like, what are you supposed to do? Not wear cute stuff? Like,
exactly. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's like, oh, you have big tits, you have to be more modest. That doesn't make sense. I understand proportionately, like you want the same coverage, but she has the same coverage that a girl wearing that would have a flat chest would be wearing that. It's proportionately the same. So I just
Cover
don't
your
get
fucking
this
eyes
logic.
then.
Yeah.
Like, how about that?
Close your eyes.
Exactly.
Walk away.
So here's,
Yeah, what the
I have
fuck?
an interesting comment. So hold on. Is there an argument to be made that, okay, I'll use myself as an example because I'll make fun of fat people like all day because it's fun. Does that make me like, and I agree with you, Brittany, on like the point about the tits. Like if you have just bigger boobs and you wear the same kind of top, it looks like they're more out, it looks like they're more like provocative and like, oh, like you look sexier even though you're just wearing the same thing. Does that make me a hypocrite? Because if you have like a big girl, like with a big fat ass, and it's like it's just hanging out, well, it's like, yeah, all of her stuff is just bigger. So does that make it more you know what I mean? Like, can the same logic apply to just like big, like fat?
Well,
overweight
I think that's
girl?
a common sense thing because just because it zips doesn't mean it fits,
Yeah.
comes into play. It's like
a great phrase.
you as an adult and also the people around you that, either your family or your friends will tell you, hey, just because that shirt fits on you doesn't mean, you should be wearing it. Because imagine like how it's like little triangles. What if those were like half the size to where like her boobs are literally spilling out, whereas her
Then
boobs
that
are
would
actually
be crazy.
covered, right?
Yeah.
And like a girl that's
You
flat
can't expect people to
chested,
have
it's
that.
going to be like hanging more, right? So I don't think a girl that was flat chested would want to wear that top.
Yeah, that's what I meant about proportion. And I think in that dress, like she has the same proportion covered on her chest, like per skin per square inch, or however you want to call it, that a flat chested girl would if she wore the same type of dress, proportionate to her body type.
Right.
Like I don't think it's that excessive. I just think that she's like curvier.
Yeah.
Like maybe I would have a little more coverage than that personally, but I still don't think it's like out there. Especially it looks like she's on a beach. Like it looks contextual to me.
It's gone.
You should have her on here.
She looks like she's
I
at a
know.
Cheesecake Factory.
Or she's at a restaurant. Yeah, I feel like that's like a normal context. Like
Yeah.
also,
Also, the woman that probably said something was probably
flat
in late 40s, 50s.
Yeah, a Karen.
Ugly, going through menopause, like something like that.
Her husband was
your
looking
boobs are
over there
awesome.
too long.
Yeah. And it's your birthday. Honestly, like I think you
Her husband sent her a drink and she got mad.
Ooh, cut her some slack. It's her birthday.
don't apologize for being hot.
I know.
Yeah,
why are you gonna fucking give
let
her
the
shit on
ugly
her birthday?
see.
Like, what a bitch.
Hope and Steve.
It is. You're being like a boob Karen.
Yep.
Honestly. No boob Karens. Well, that was
If you
like the
want-
least controversial thing we talked about tonight.
If you want proof, by the way, and so it's not just like people like, oh, having to take my word for it, go on Reddit and go where there's like Asian girls. They will straight up be wearing 2 chips and a nickel lingerie, and they're like, oh, but they're angels. They're pure. They're angels. But if you get a girl that's curvier and they wear like way more clothes, it's like, oh, you're a whore. It's crazy how that works.
Oh, real.
That's kind of creepy.
I'm
Like they
wondering-
don't like curvy women; they want them flat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like the halo effect. It's oh, they're Asian and they're petite, so like actually it's more innocent, even though they're wearing like lingerie.
And probably sell their underwear in vending machines
Yeah.
with weird shit in it. That's so weird.
Okay, I wonder if you guys saw this. I mean, this
Could
might
you imagine buying like underwear in a vending machine? Like that's so different for girls than guys. Like, could you imagine buying like sweaty boxers?
No.
Like,
You know what I would buy if I had to buy something from a vending machine? It would be like a shirt,
soda.
with,
A
like,
hoodie.
a shirt or a hoodie with like a little bit of cologne, maybe like a little bit of sweat, but just something that you're just like, oh,
Yeah, I would buy that. I would buy hoodies with cologne smell on them.
just think about like how bad boys smell like just after like
Right.
a day's work. Like, oh my god.
I'm not talking a full day shirt. I'm talking a midday.
No.
You wear it till noon and you take it off and you put it in the vending machine. That I would buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a boyfriend hoodie kind of thing.
Yeah, boyfriend hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally buy that.
But like a boy's undies, ugh.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you fucking want that.
No.
Oh, by
I'll
the
send
way-
you one of my hoodies with the Abercrombie sprayed on it. It'll be like the same.
I
It'll
can't wait
smell
to
the
watch that
same.
documentary.
That is a good smell, though.
It is good.
Oh, I was gonna say, by the way, in the chat, I posted a screenshot. I had to do a statistical breakdown of how often I had cleavage a few years back because people were still chimping out about it. Like I would be wearing normal tank tops, and because I'm
Right.
curvier, they would get uppity. And like literally, they were like, "Oh, you only have viewers because you're boobs." So I literally made a statistical representation of how often I had cleavage to not having cleavage ratio.
Wow. This is like the most scientific thing we've done.
Yeah.
This is like a real
Nice.
chart. Wow. As you can see, exhibit double D. Just kidding. Well, there you go. There you have it, guys.
I was 81%, I think it said, of the percent of the time not having cleavage, and they still had a problem. So it's like any
Wow.
like inch of skin, and again, it's like Anna said, it's like partially common sense too. There is a point where it's like excessive, but
Right.
I really just feel like the tolerance for curvy women, hourglass women, etc., is just lower.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if you didn't show any cleavage ever, people would still give you shit because your shirt's too tight, you're wearing too much
Yep.
makeup.
Yep.
Yeah,
something.
then
There's
it's
literally
makeup
no,
always.
there's no pleasing anyone on the internet. So just
Mhm.
if the
No.
person is
You do
focused
you.
on what you look like, then they weren't there for what you were saying in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, they're seeing it through their lens of like they're angry, their pee-pee's hard, basically. That's
Right.
how they see it.
I'm angry. My pee-pee's hard. I think if there's gonna be a company that sold man's underpants, I think they should be called Mandy's.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It would be all gay guys. I
It
don't
would
think
be.
and a lot of women would want that.
No, I like the upper body smells. Lower body, it's like we all know what balls smell like. It's like we all know what paper mache smells like. Me, Pooh, Anna, you would wear Henry Cavill's jockstrap as a COVID mask.
No.
COVID mask.
I've
Is
never
that
heard
what
of
it
it.
Russell, there are some things that are much better as a mystery, and that is one of them. I will buy boys cute or funny undies, like when they make the Star Wars boxer briefs for men. I'll buy that for Peaches. I don't want to smell them. I don't need to see them after that. As long as he has them on, it's cute.
Uh-oh. Some of the people in the chat are upset about my description of ball smell. Not all balls, okay?
But what if
Some-
Henry
How would they
Cavill
know?
was like, "Look, I'll send
Yeah.
it to you. Would you take it?"
Out of all the things he could send me, that would be not even on the list.
Aw, man.
It's like he could lick a Post-it note and send it to me, and that would have more sentimental value than used undies.
Yeah. I didn't know if you would be like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it." You probably would. You just wouldn't tell anyone. You'd be like, "No, I wouldn't." It's like under your bed in a box.
If they were not used and he signed them, that's
No, they're
different. But he's
used.
like, "Here's my
Oh,
used
yeah.
underwear." I'd be like, "All right, that's weird."
No, he wore them to the gym.
You put it in and like sniff it, like just a casual sniff, like just to like know what it smells like. Just to be like, okay, now I know.
Put them away. You'll
The
never
swamp
forget.
butt smell. You don't. Guys, it's about the mystery and not knowing. Because if I don't know, I can imagine it could be the greatest thing ever. But once you get that in reality, it takes away the mystery.
Yeah,
and then
for sure. Yeah,
you know.
I would imagine it would.
Wow. Ronan, every woman has a price. That's not true.
It's a price you can't afford.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like whatchamacallit. If doing that would like give me the powers and be completely omnipotent, like that's a little bit different. But when it comes to money, like there's no amount of money.
All right, this next article is gonna for sure bring everyone's mood down.
No.
Millie Bobby Brown's on gross way she's been sexualized as a teen. See, this is like you have no idea what I guess these celebs go through. Like it's easy to shit on them and be like, they sell their soul, they deserve it. But like again, like the earlier you get in, the more dangerous.
Dude, the shit people used to say to the Olsen twins was fucking vile. Like even back then, I'm like, yo, there's something wrong with you.
So Millie Bobby Brown opened up about the gross sexualization she faced in Hollywood as a young teenager trying to make it big. And I didn't realize this. She was only 12 when she landed the Stranger Things role.
Yeah, they were all kids.
That's very 12. That's too young. Okay, appearing on the Guilty Feminist podcast, Brown dished on how turning 18 really put things into perspective for her. I dealt with the same things any 18-year-old is dealing with, navigating being an adult or having relationships with friendships. And it's all those things. Being liked and trying to fit in, it's all a lot. And you're trying to know yourself while you're doing it. The only difference is I'm obviously doing that in the public eye. Oh, right. Remember her as like a little 11?
I've never seen that
12.
show.
It's a good show.
The first season is good. The rest of it's not really worth watching.
I've been dealing with a lot more in the last couple weeks since turning 18. I'm seeing a difference in the way people act. Oh my God, she was such a little button. It's gross, explaining that her experience in Hollywood is a good representation of what's going on in the world and how young girls are sexualized. I have been dealing with that. I've forever. When she was 16, she shared a powerful message addressing the online criticism and sexualization she faced growing up in the spotlight. It's on Instagram. I can't see it right now. Okay, 16 has felt like a long time coming. I felt like change needs to happen for not only this generation, but the next. Our world needs kindness and support in order for our children to grow. Yeah, I bet every freaking executive was perving out on her.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
There are moments I get frustrated from the inaccuracy, inappropriate comments, sexualization, and unnecessary insults that have ultimately resulted in pain and insecurity for me. She turned 16 only like 2 years ago. Okay, so she's 18. Math. Okay. But I will never be defeated. I continue doing what I love in spring. Oh, you have to be resilient.
Yeah.
AF. But honey, where?
Why or whatever that
those shoes with that?
No,
She's not the one that's dressing herself. She's got a stylist. They put her in stuff. She got nothing.
Oh my God! You know what? This is what happens. She gets sexualized too much. You have to like.
Yeah.
Maybe if I wear these fucking shoes.
No way. They probably like that more.
I'll wear these
That's true.
disgusting shoes.
She's also British, so they're a bit weird.
True.
We could tell by her teeth. Oh, but no, this is very sad. These shoes are bad. Oh, poor Millie. But you know what? Guess what? You can always get out of showbiz. No one is forcing you to put up with
She's
it.
making movies with Henry Cavill. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So I don't know. Not that like, I'm not saying you're not allowed to complain about it, but again, like no one's forcing you to stay in showbiz. It's not
Unless
shocking.
it's her parents.
True. Unless they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
College isn't going to pay for itself.
Those like Hollywood like the parents who want their kids to be famous and crap. I just feel like that is one of the worst types of parents. And with the rise of how content creators and social media is right now, we're only going to keep seeing more of people who are having kids and exploiting them for views and stuff. It's just,
Did you see this story about the one chick that like beat her 3-year-old daughter to death?
No.
What?
Yeah, Peaches was actually telling me about this. I guess she's like a TikTok star, and she would do like dances with her 3-year-old daughter, and then like the daughter had like
I did see something.
Oh no!
yeah, like the daughter had like bruises one day, and they're like,
Oh,
she like fell
no.
off the stairs, like she was playing rough, and then it turned out what happened was the daughter walked in on the boyfriend and the mom when they were like trying to have sex,
Mhm.
and the mom beat her until she died. And then she's like, "Oh, my daughter died." All the sad things, and then she was back making TikToks, all dancing.
Yeah, it was
and
so
it's like,
weird.
Oh
Like she was not
gosh!
phased at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa! Oh,
like,
my
this is what
that's
social
God.
media has done to
insanity.
people, especially younger people, like that grew up just always having it.
Right.
Like, dude, they do not. It's like they're so heartless. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't. You should
Oh.
see the TikToks of the girls talking about, because there was a thing that Live Action came out with that they were burning aborted fetuses for energy. Like, I don't know if you've seen that. You should see these fucking young people who are like, good, I'm glad. Like, it was the most disgusting. I'm like, y'all are just so evil. Like, they're so evil. It's crazy as fuck. I'm like, I hope you just hate the right so much that you say that shit and you don't really feel like that. But I think they do. I think they do feel like that. They were like laughing and they're like, good, I'm glad. And like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They're like so heartless.
There are so many, I think, and I know this word gets overused a lot, but there are so many narcissists these days compared to like when I think of, back in the 90s and stuff compared to now. So many, and especially a ton of like the younger generation that wants to be like famous and all this kind of stuff. There are just so many narcissists now. They don't care about they just
nothing
Well, they never
but
heard
themselves.
the word no, and that's
Right.
the problem.
Yeah.
And so even when they're upset, it's like they don't take responsibility for anything, and so it's I'm not the one that did anything wrong. You think you're the one that did something wrong because you think I possibly could have ever done something wrong. It's
Yeah.
weird and twisted.
Yeah.
But the shit that they were saying, I'm not shocked that much, but just the shit that they were saying, like laughing and like, oh, I'm glad. Like, you're glad they're burning babies? Like, what is wrong with you, dude? Like,
That's
why
so
are you all
fucked
so
up.
heartless? Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good thing. It's not. You look like a fucking psycho.
To like have no humanity. This was something that went viral. This is a local divorce attorney PSA. This is a TikTok that went viral. Top 5 professions women should avoid in a spouse. Yikes.
Oh, I've seen this.
Oh no.
So I
A penis.
quick video about something that popped in my head the other day. When I first started practicing family law 13 years ago, a woman attorney, I think,
This is already too long.
gave me a statistic about the top 5 professions of men that women should avoid marrying. And I thought, well, that's a really
Gynecologist,
thing to,
number one.
Yes.
To think about, or how would you even get that kind of statistic? But it stuck in my head. And over the course of my career, I've watched my most difficult cases, and shockingly, many of them involve men in these 5 professions. Now, I want to be really clear.
Wait, what are the
to say
5
this,
professions?
that if you're married to somebody in
Hurry
one of these
up.
professions, it doesn't mean that you're doomed to failure. It doesn't mean
You
that your husband is a bad
10
person.
million disclaimers. so
I'm
people
sure
don't
there's
get offended.
outliers and any kind of statistic,
Yeah,
but
common
just
sense.
for fun,
Yeah.
this is just generally speaking something that I've observed as being pretty common.
Give
What I
ahead.
noticed among these 5 professions
It's
is
like
that
before a
they tend
recipe.
to
Like,
be
give
more
me the damn
narcissistic.
recipe. I
They
don't
tend
care
to be
what
more
it is.
narcissistic.
Okay.
Nuke the. If you
Does
look
she
at these
ever get to it?
professions,
Oh my
5
God.
What are the
professions
professions?
that women should avoid are
Ready?
firemen. I never really
What?
What? Because they could die. They could die.
No. Already no. Firemen
It's
are
already
the
off to a
best.
bad start. Already off to a
No.
bad start.
Fuck her. Don't
Yeah.
shit on my firemen like
Oh, these
that.
are gonna
She's
be
gonna name
toxic
all of the most like
masculinity jobs.
masculine possible jobs.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just
Yeah,
said
that's
toxic
what she's gonna
masculinity
dunk
job, right?
on.
This woman sucks.
on there.
Yeah.
Police officer.
No.
I knew
course.
she was gonna say that. Knew it.
They could die.
Military.
Literally, same as firemen. They could die.
She said military.
Military.
I think for
Again.
that reason, but her reason is just saying, "Oh, they're narcissists," which
she's naming all like very masculine.
Now I could understand the police officer if you don't want to worry all the time that your husband is going to come like home or not. You know, if you're scared for his life, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Surgeon and
Surgeon, okay.
Oh, a rich doctor. How terrible.
I know.
Yeah, but think about it. They have a high threshold. They statistically, their threshold for like gross things is different. So like potentially they could be psychotic and like pull a Dexter and like be more inclined to harm you and like not feel a type of way about
I would
it.
just think like the God complex that most doctors have.
That too.
Right.
That's a possibility.
Maybe.
Pilot.
Yes.
If you look at these
I
professions,
would never. No.
Really?
Hell
Oh,
no.
really?
Hell no. Yeah, of all those, I would say
Why?
everyone's just like not a pilot.
Why?
Because all they know how to do is fly around and fuck bitches. Like they're gone for 2 weeks and then they fuck the whole flight attendant crew, fuck bitches in every country. Like no, absolutely not. Flying on Christmas.
What if they're like a fighter pilot?
Yeah.
Like a Blue Angel.
But I still want attention. I'm not gonna have someone be away for every like 2 weeks and like.
Well, but what if he takes you with him?
If it's
like,
if you were a fighter pilot and he took me with him, that's fine. But if it's like a commercial pilot, commercial airplane pilot, no.
That's like, come here, fly with me while
I guess
shoot
it depends on like how much time you have.
Let's go nuke some.
That sounds like
I don't think they
gold.
would be able to take you. I think like a commercial pilot
Yeah,
would.
I was thinking commercial pilot.
No, who wants to go on a commercial one? That's not fun.
All right.
If you're a hot
What if
pilot,
he's like
yeah.
an Air Force One pilot? Like he's
Yeah.
like, hun, I can, we can hang out tonight, but I got to take the president like somewhere. Like, is that okay?
Yeah. No, that's
Like, he's on call. He's the
No, it's
Air Force One
specifically-
pilot.
No, it's specifically commercial pilots I'm talking about, where it's like
Okay.
they're flying everywhere and
So
like
there's no
2 weeks
exception?
gone.
Like,
fucking
what if there's an
bitches.
exception of a commercial pilot who's not like that, who's not a manho, and who's like, hey, I want you to come with me on my adventures, and you can make your YouTube videos if you want at the hotel.
So that would be cute until you have kids.
Oh, yeah, if you want to have kids, that would be a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
Daddy would always be flying.
Yeah.
If you're a hot pilot, you could clean up. Because you already like, if you look good in a uniform, plus it's like pilot is a hot job to begin with. Just like fireman, just like cop.
Yeah, but
Right.
just
Like
like
being in the
they work for
military.
like Spirit or something. I feel like that is like I don't know. There's ones that are better than others.
Like not only are you a pilot, but Spirit, which is like the most unreliable airline.
Yeah, exactly. I would not. I'd be like, I don't think you should work for them. Honestly.
Wow. Why would you want to have children unless you live on a farm?
Because I want free slaves, duh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Music Man has got my number. All right. Well, I didn't want to come out as trans this way, but
All right, SimpCast is over.
oh, well, we had a nice run. Goodbye, everybody. Wow. All right. So let's see what else she has to say.
What do they all have in common? They all have in common that the men in these professions, they're gods in their profession.
Oh,
right?
come on.
You're a policeman, you're walking around with a gun, you're walking around with
So?
authority. If you're a surgeon, you're walking around with
You don't want a
hospital.
hero girl.
Everybody,
No.
So she doesn't want a man to have more confidence in her. That sucks.
looks up to you,
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah, maybe
charge,
her.
everybody treats you with respect, and then you come home and all of a sudden somebody's asking you to take out the trash. I think that that's a difficult kind of transition to make.
What?
Pilots
An
especially, when
idiot.
you look at pilots, you cross
Girl,
the-
try being with a guy who doesn't have a job and get back with us.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god.
This
That
is
sounds like a guy that was
some
like in
big
character.
first world problems here, okay?
Yeah.
Could
I
you
know
cook
this
her
girl. She has not been around because the top 5 answers should have been comedian, musician,
Actor.
Yeah.
Want to
True.
be famous?
True.
If a dude wants to be
Yes.
famous at any capacity, bye. No, thank
True.
you.
I
Not
agree.
even talking
That's
to
why
you.
I was like,
no.
Generally
YouTuber.
speaking, I
No.
agree.
No,
No,
not
no
doing it.
E-boys and no presidents. Done.
Yeah.
No. I think
Wow.
dudes on YouTube are probably the worst. Like, no offense to them, like, but dating them because they're not really celebrities, but they think that they are,
Oh,
and then they
yeah.
still try to
It's like
play
all the
you. And I'm like,
cons.
you're not a celebrity, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I just
right.
have dudes that'll email me like they're influencers, and I'm like, I literally don't care, but they think they're like all that, and they're just something special, and I'm like, dude, no, there's like a million of you.
Notice
Okay,
how she
no.
didn't like say like CEO or like high level businessman that probably would not take the trash out. I'm pretty sure like a surgeon coming home and like his wife like cooked and he's got kids. Like I'm sure he would take the trash. I know a
Right.
policeman and a fireman would take the trash
Oh,
out.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Like, give me a fucking
Absolutely.
break.
They have fucking pilot trash, I'm sure, in the cockpit that they have to take out. This is she's being hyperbolic.
Air Force, military. They're in control of like 150, 200 people's lives at a time.
Good.
They are treated with a
I
tremendous
know
amount
me,
of respect.
shit.
and they have a
I
very-
know.
They'll say, "Oh yeah, I'll clean your trash out because this is what the
So
police
full
do."
of shit.
They'll,
You know,
they will
if
take
I'm
out
hot,
the trash. They will mow the lawn.
A
they
man
will
who
clean
can
out the
take
gutter.
charge and be a man. All right.
if
Sign me
I know
up.
for a fact, if this fucking woman like encountered like a hot pilot at a bar, she would slide off the seat out of her car onto the street. Like you can say this, but it's like when you meet a hot dude and it's like they're in kind of a masculine job, which is like
Right.
honestly like most any job can be a masculine job. It's like
Mhm.
just it's in how you do it. She's so full of shit. You know what I mean? Like all this goes out the window when you meet somebody and you have like genuine chemistry and you want to get in there and like smell their fucking armpit and you're like,
Yeah.
you delete,
It's
you
like
delete your whole TikTok account. You're like, let me suck this dick.
it's like the dudes on Twitter or something who will be like, "Oh, Megan Fox a 2 out of 10," like they wouldn't if they could.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
Oh my god, I am so over this.
She could be willing to give
And
her
they
a fucking
tend to be
point.
very narcissistic and very controlling. So curious to see if anybody has any examples of this. I'm sure there
Dude, the way
are
they throw
definitely
around
great
the term
ones in these
narcissistic on
professions.
TikTok and neurodivergent and all this, like it's ridiculous. I'm
It
like,
is.
y'all don't even know what you're talking about at
Tends to
all.
be a theme that
So
It's
she's
crazy.
she's a divorce attorney, so she's probably like mega
Well,
cynical.
no, you know what she named off? Guys that make money that women would want to take, like pensions that you know a soldier would have or a police officer. She's a divorce lawyer, a pilot, a fucking surgeon, and the other guys that get good pensions.
You're right.
Give me a fucking break. This isn't
figured
about
it out.
guys being bad husbands. It's about greedy women that want their alimony.
You cracked the
That's
code.
all this was.
You cracked the code.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Good
got it.
observation.
You got it.
Anna, you solved SimpCast.
You did.
End credits roll here.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's fucking awesome. That's a great place to jump off. This was an awesome SimpCast. Everybody go around, let the good people know, the good simps know where you actually one more from Nesquik. Reddit mod better be on the job list. Yeah,
I agree.
The fact that she didn't name stand-up comic, I'm like, this woman has not. She has no idea.
Well, you know what's funny, Chrissy, is those guys that are in like entertainment, they're usually the most narcissistic. They never have any money, so why would they be at a divorce lawyer? You know,
Exactly. Yep.
So true. Wow, we're so fucking smart. It's crazy. Anna, let people know where they can follow you.
You can follow me on my YouTube channel. That's Star Wars Girl. I also have a Twitch that I've been playing Elden Ring a lot on, and I'm gonna destroy Volcano Manor next time I play. So go follow me over on there. I have a Twitter and I have an Instagram, and I feel like I'm forgetting a lot, but that's all that I can think of right now.
Amazing. Melonie Mac, I just adore you and this new hair. I adore all your looks, but I'm loving your curly phase. What is going on? Where can people find you?
You can find me all on social media at Melonie Mac or on my newer social commentary YouTube channel, Melonie Mac Go Boom.
Go and boom and subscribe. Brittany Venti.
Hi. You can submit your complaint to the e-girl call center at youtube.com/Brittany Venti. And you can also find me on Instagram under Brittany Venti and now under Saturday_supermodel because I changed it from Brittany Wears. So I will be posting new content on that second channel, Saturday Supermodel as well. And I do think it is palatable to men, but if you guys don't want to check it out, nobody cares. Anyway, anyway, thank you for having me on as per usual, Chrissy.
Oh my God. You cracked me up, Rittler. LeeAnn Star.
Hi. TikTok, it's LeeAnn Star 23 or just LeeAnn Star. Twitch and Twitter, LeeAnn Star 23. It's all that or LeeAnn Star. They put all my videos back on TikTok, so there's that.
All right.
They took them all down and banned me, but now I'm unbanned
Oh,
and all
wow.
my shit's back. So
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't keep LeeAnn down. And for me, yes, tickets just went on sale. I'm going to be coming to about an hour outside of Chicago. What the fuck is this venue called? The Vixen on May 27th. Tickets just went on sale. I just put them on my website. And then I'm also going to be headlining in Jersey on May 14th. So yeah, May 14th in Morris Plains, New Jersey. May 27th in what's it called? McHenry, Illinois. And then I got a couple more dates coming up in Texas in September. But I'm going to be filling in things as we go along. Yeah, this was great.
This was so
fun. I would love to go to Vegas. Yeah, I was in Atlantic City this past weekend, so now I have like a taste for it. I'm like,
go to Vegas so I can come and see you.
Yes, and my sister lives there, so I need to come see her. Yeah. All right, this was fun, guys. Thank you guys in the chat for your simpy questions and comments. This was fun. I'm having a hard time signing off. All right, love all you guys.
Bye.
Bye.